been born ready. Merry Meet Witches. Hopefully they can hear us. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
I'm a little out of it.
Well,
so today we are doing a watch party of The Craft. Do let me know if you can hear me because I had to do a little different setup, a bit of a setup today because we're watching a movie. So hopefully it all came together the way it does.
yeah.
So if you can hear me, let me know. And her.
And me.
Kayla.
Yeah, let me know.
So I'm Gory B Movie. This is Killer Kayla.
Killer Kayla.
And today we're going to watch, like, my favorite movie of all time. I love this movie so much.
Yeah.
This movie, it's like, this movie has taken me through a lot. I first saw this movie at the cinema. Don't do the math on that one. At the cinema when I was like 16, and this became my whole personality. I loved this movie so dang much. Saw this, instantly loved it. It was already, like, I knew about, like, Wicca and stuff, and, you know, my grandmother was very spiritual and was into, like, astrology and stuff, but this was the movie where I was like, yeah, so I'm gonna do that now.
This is my whole life.
And it was not a phase, because here we are now, still Wiccan.
I told you, Mom.
Yeah, my mom was actually really cool.
She was like, yeah, do it.
Kayla, you're also Wiccan.
Yes.
And you've never seen this.
And I've never seen it. My mom was really strict about movies that we were able to watch. So this was not one that we were allowed to watch. I don't think she was, like, worried about, like, us getting ideas. I think she just was really busy and didn't want to be able to, like, have to explain stuff to us, right?
What is frustrating about this movie is that it is rated R. And if you watch the movie, you're like, why is this rated R? There's really not any extreme violence. It's not super scary. It's more, I consider it more of a fantasy movie than a horror. So yeah, Andrew Fleming, who is the director, filmed this to be PG-13. He wanted teenagers to be able to go see this at the cinema. And he only has one F-bomb in it, which if you've seen the movie as many times as I have, you know exactly where that is. It has one F-bomb. He did all the rules for PG-13, and they're like, no, it's rated R. And he's like, but why? On the principle of girls doing witchcraft.
That's so dumb.
There's nothing you could do. At least in 1996, when this movie came out, if you had a movie about high school girls doing witchcraft, it was rated R.
Today, for sure, they could do a PG-13.
I really, really hope so. I'm not sure what Craft Legacy got, though, because it's... I don't know, maybe we could go grab that really quick.
Yeah.
The Craft Legacy is rated PG-13!
Yeah, and that was
So-
2020?
Probably.
Yeah.
So progress was made. Let's say hi to all of the beautiful people we have with us in the Gory Hole, because we have a lot of people with us today.
What do you call it?
The Gory Hole.
I did not know that.
Is that not okay with you?
It makes me uncomfortable, but I'll get used to it. I'll learn to love it.
A long time ago, I asked the people in the chat how they wanted me to refer to them, and they liked that. So
if they like it, that's all that matters.
that's what my Facebook group is called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gory Hole.
Yeah. They're the weirdos in the Gory Hole. Which, by the way, the reason I call the people who watch this channel weirdos is because of this movie. Because of this iconic line from the movie. I'm also working a little bit of that, you know, Catholic schoolgirl skirt.
Ooh.
I love this movie. We got
And you
the
have
swords.
your little friend with you?
Well,
Can you
yeah,
show
I
her?
do. We got Nancy. So Nancy is one of these iconic characters. Like, there are characters you want to be, like Elvira, obviously. And there are characters you just love, even though they are such a hot mess. And that is Nancy. Like, girl, you're a hot mess. And, like, I don't want to be you. I don't envy your life. But I just adore you. And I so would have been best friends with her in high school. Like,
I love it.
For sure. For sure. I was already goth before I saw this.
All right. Well, you were checking on the Gory Hole, and I sidelined you.
It's cool. It's cool. So let's check it out. Who we got here? We got Brandon the Beldam. Nice to see you, my friend. I haven't been streaming a lot, so it's really nice to see a lot of familiar faces. Jason, very good friend of the channel and member of the B Movie Coven.
Oh, okay.
Jason had a stream yesterday where he was tributing Piper Laurie, so that was really neat. Check out his channel. He says, good evening, Gory, Kayla, and Brandon. I am really excited to watch this with you guys, too. If you haven't seen it, let me know. Fairpoint Station, what's up? Who else we got here in the chat? We got Kevin from Haunted by Horror, another great channel. My girl Ariel is here. I miss Ariel. I have not seen Ariel in a long time.
Nice.
Ariel is very, very fun.
You got horror.
They can hear me. Horror addicts. They got that sexy Danny Nightmare over there. All that and a bag of chips. I'm bringing back the 90s.
I love it.
Bringing back the 90s for this stream. Horror Tori, what's up? Horror Tori is cool beans. Bringing back the 90s.
We're doing it. Cool beans. Awesome possum. That's all I have right now. I'll come up with more.
We'll have
later.
so many. Very nice November. It means hello. Who else we got? Time Capsule. How's it going?
Hello, Time Capsule.
That is
That's my my man.
yeah.
My main man.
In the time
My
capsule.
only man.
I miss being in the hole. Dude, I miss you being in the hole. Kayla's uncomfortable.
I am. It's okay.
The best stuff happens in the gory hole. See?
Okay,
See?
all right. I'm trusting you.
Don't judge the
I'm not
people in the
judging.
gory hole.
I'm not judging. Never
The
would
reason
judge.
why is because I think at the time I was spending all the time with my friend Count Jacula, who his chat is called the Slut Pit. And I think they were trying to find something equally deranged for me, and I love it.
Okay,
Love
all right.
it.
Love it.
And I have been streaming, just not as much. We have been very consistent with our Bloody Book Club on the first Thursday of every month. I'm going to have more, though. More watch parties, more of all the things, and videos. I keep saying that, but guys, you know, I will eventually.
We're really doing it.
I am slow, but I am a woman of my word. Brandon, no hurry, my friend. Okay, so The Craft. I love this movie because Kayla has not seen this before, and I have so many things I want to tell you. I'm going to do this kind of Joe Bob Briggs style where I think I'm going to pause it like maybe every 20 minutes or so where there would be a commercial break, and then we can talk about it, like, you know, get some feedback.
Yeah.
I am going to post an Amazon link so that you know exactly where we are in the movie, and then when we start up again every time, I will let you know what time code we are at if you're watching it at home on Blu-ray or whatever. I think that'll also give anybody who's late to the stream a chance to catch up. So,
Yeah, I love it. I'm
this
so
is our
excited.
plan. So I don't want to talk through the movie. I have a lot of fun things to tell you. I will say the reason why I really am excited for you to watch this as a Wiccan is, in my opinion, this and Practical Magic are the two most accurate movies about witchcraft. I mean, yes, they do some of that Force Lightning Jedi stuff. I'm aware that's not accurate, but they did have a Wiccan consultant on here, so a lot of the chants and stuff are
That's cool.
chants that witches use. They use Minot as like a fill-in for spirit. They twist a few things around. But yeah, it's pretty accurate. Firuza Balk ended up owning an occult store for a number of years.
Oh, of course she did.
Rachel True, who plays Rochelle, created her own tarot deck, which is really, really good. I think actually Doug from the Time Capsule would like it because it's intuitive tarot. You're supposed to be able to just look at it and interpret it for yourself. So I think
really fun.
it'd be kind of an ideal deck for him.
Yeah.
So yes, here we go into The Craft. This is even if you're not into witchcraft, I think this is the best witch horror movie ever made.
Okay.
And this is a 1990s time capsule. Like, I love these girls because they were exactly like me in high school. Like the weird girl with the black hair.
That's the kind of thing that I love about movies like this. Like, you know, when you get like Scream or whatever, like the outfits, for one, always take you back. And like household decor. That's what I love about those kinds of things.
And yeah, I'm going to point out a lot of stuff I love about this. One of the things I love, it's set in San Francisco, but the production design, like, it just looks like you want to go visit, even though I've been to San Francisco and it's not as cute as it is in this movie.
Yeah.
But the characters, it's just a great movie. And it was monumental because not only had we never really gotten an accurate witchcraft movie, Practical Magic was a couple years later, but it was rare we had an predominantly female cast. Especially even in horror movies, you had your final girl, but you know there was always guys. This is predominantly about girls in high school. You know, we also had it's not as diverse as it would be today, but having a black cast member being part of that was a huge deal. So much so that unfortunately Rachel True, who plays Rochelle, didn't get invited to a lot of the promotion for the movie, which really sucks. Stupid. But the fact that she was in this already was a step in the right direction. So I wish it was better, but it was a step in the right direction.
I mean, you always have to take old movies like as what they are. We can get upset about a lot of things from the 90s, but even like by today's standards, sure, but by 90s standards, you have to think about like what a step forward these things
You just have to
were.
look at things as like steps to get there. We can't just instantly jump to where we are now. It
No.
takes little baby steps in the right direction. I've heard some people even say like, Buffy isn't as feminist as it was recognized in the 90s, but if it wasn't for that, then we wouldn't have the next thing that came after that, and
Absolutely.
it's a gradual progression. So
Yeah.
this is an important step in female representation in in a lot of different kinds of representation.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
really cool. Hey, Daddy is here. So I always like to say I'm your horror mama. That's your horror daddy. What's up?
Okay.
Miss you, Daddy.
Okay.
Yeah. Queenie Todd, great channel. All right, without further ado,
Let's do it. Let's
do it. So cue up your copy of The Craft. I got headphones in because obviously I can't show the movie. Damn it, I can hear us.
I think that's okay.
Is it okay?
I want to be able to hear you.
But you sure it's okay?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so for us, there's a little bit of an echo, but I don't think they have an echo.
Uh-uh.
Let's just leave it. Okay, so I can't play the movie for you, but if you use the link that's in the description, you can watch it along with us exactly where we are on Amazon. And if you're watching along on Blu-ray, we're going to like synchronize our watches, okay? Because dang it, Danny, I don't want to get... I have been slapped by YouTube for showing a movie before. For Night of the Lepus, I got kicked off YouTube for 3 months for streaming. Never gonna do that again.
Yeah,
don't let Danny peer pressure you into making bad decisions. Danny is full of bad decisions. Okay. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. So we're gonna count it down, right?
Yes.
All right. Are you guys ready?
We'll do 5.
Can I get thumbs up and stuff in the chat that you're ready, and then I'll count it down, and then we'll do it at the same time?
Look at all those little hearts.
That means they're ready, yeah?
Okay, I think so.
They're ready. Okay. So do they... Okay, it's like the Wayne's World thing. Do they go on 1, or do they go...
5, 4...
Okay, like
3.
on Wayne's World. Okay,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
So go. That's when you go, okay?
Yes.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and apparently this is on YouTube as well. So go ahead and watch that if you want for free. Act it out as I watch it. I'll do interpretive dance of The Craft. I kind of love this. Why isn't The Craft a musical? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go! I did it. Okay. I'm so excited! Okay. Are you excited?
8, 9, 10 seconds.
This is like the best thing that we've ever done together.
I'm so stoked. All right. I have candy here.
We have candy for our movie.
I have juju fruits.
Jujubes? I didn't even know they made jujubes anymore.
And whoppers.
Holy balls. Look at their cool altar. Okay, stop talking. I used to have a poster of this movie in my bedroom.
I used to have little vials like that.
All the vials and stuff are so cool. This is like witch goals. I have a stone with a pentagram that I made to look just like the one in this one for my altar. It's altar goals.
Yeah, 100%. What are those things?
Yeah, look over there, incense and stuff.
She's really pretty.
This movie has a killer soundtrack. It's the opening credits, so I'm going to talk through this part. But I love the opening song in this. I love the whole soundtrack. This is a soundtrack I've bought at least 4 times in my life just from burning out the CD or losing it or whatever. Okay. They have the song How Soon Is Now, the cover of the Smiths song by Love Spit Love, which ended up being the theme song for The Craft.
Okay.
So this movie was a game changer. I don't think we'd have Charmed if it wasn't for this show. This movie, I don't think we'd have a lot of things. There were so many Craft knockoffs.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
After this film came out.
I haven't seen all of Charmed either. I haven't seen all of Charmed.
Charmed is good.
Is that?
I think I'm going to put it just 1 in so I can hear you because they're earbuds. That feels better. That and I don't feel like I'm echoing as bad. That's a lot better. I was kind of like, I think I might have been too loud. There's Sarah. She's on the plane. Cliff Young. Axon stole the soundtrack. Respect. It was the 90s. I'm not going to teach you. Ariel's got some popcorn chicken.
Ooh, yummy. I
Sounds
did bring
good.
a thing of popcorn, too, to pop if we wanted to.
We can pop it maybe on our break.
Yeah. Jason said he's having a hard time hearing you.
Having a hard time hearing us. Oh, I did turn down the mic a little bit. Let me know if that's better. If you can hear us a little bit better. And I can turn up the gain on the microphone. Okay. That should be better. Let me know if it's better. We're kind of muted? Muted? I don't think we were muted. Can you guys hear us better now?
Yes? No?
It's better.
Great.
Okay, good. Yay! Okay, good. I hate it when I have audio difficulties, but it's good to know that you can hear us okay. And I didn't even interrupt the movie.
Whoa,
Boom, class
perfect
act.
timing.
I love this house. This is my dream house.
It's leaking, though.
So what? Free water. In the 90s, that's when bottled water kind of became like a thing. So like free water from the earth.
We'll take it.
Plus you can fix it. It's a fixer-upper.
Literally.
We're getting like 5 stars for our audio now. Look at that. We're so
Woohoo.
profesh.
So who's this girl? What has she been in?
This is Robin Tunney. She did this right after she did Empire Records, where she actually shaved her head, so she's wearing a wig in this, but I think it's a really good wig.
Okay.
But she's also been in Prison Break. She was in episode 1 of House. She's been in a lot of other things. This is, of course, the one I always think of for her, but my other favorite movie she's in is Empire Records, where she's Deb.
And I haven't seen that.
We might have to watch Empire Records. I love Empire Records.
I'll add it to the list.
Is the movie too loud?
No.
Just waltz on in there, dude. I will say this is accurate to when I've been to San Francisco. It is usually rainy there.
Really?
In my experience, every time it's been raining.
Yeah.
I can't speak all the time, just as somebody who's driven through it.
What's the matter with you? Just relax.
Yeah.
It's a snake.
Oh, but at least they didn't really kill the snake. I love snakes.
Yeah, they don't need to die.
I love their school. I always wanted to have uniforms. Unfortunately, I went to school on an American Air Force base when I was in England, so I didn't. Except for like I think when I was really little. Never did here, but uniforms to me just makes life easier.
I always wanted to wear a uniform too. I'm rewatching Gilmore Girls, and I would kill.
And the cute little blazers.
Yeah.
Sponge. Remember Sponge? I'm a little bit older than you, so you may not
Yeah,
remember
I don't
all these
know.
bands.
I don't know who this is.
That's another reason I love this. I was the prime demographic.
Yeah.
I was a 16-year-old girl. I love Sarah. She's just great. I love everybody. Here, I'll let you focus. Focus.
Okay, gotta focus. Ooh.
I have never understood the whole Jesus on the cross thing. Like, if Jesus does come back, as he's supposed to in the Bible, and he sees that shit, he's going right back to whence he came. Like, can you imagine if you died and then people had, like, models of your dead body and wore, like, the thing that killed you around their neck?
No, thank you.
You'd be like, what is wrong with you guys? We got Ski Ulrich, Breckenmeyer,
cute.
probably best known for the Garfield movie Ski Ulrich from Scream. Jamie's here. What's up?
Was that short guy with the long blonde hair Breckenmeyer?
Yes.
The guy from Clueless?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great.
Yes. The Witch's Almanac, which I still buy every year. I was also in a coven of only 3, and we had to have me do double duty on 2 different corners. Sacrifices I've made. The coven plastics. Spoken delay. Skeet Ulrich is just
So
delightful
cute.
in this. So cute. Oh, I should have brought notes. See, we were woke in the 90s, guys.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Sweetheart, this is why there was witch trials. You don't do that stuff in public. Of course, that's Neve Campbell right there playing Bonnie, who this same year this movie came out was in Scream. That is also why Skeet Ulrich is in the movie. She had so much fun doing Scream with him, even though this movie came out first. Scream was made first.
Oh,
It was
fun.
filmed over a longer period of time. So when they were looking for somebody to for that role, for Chris Hooker.
It's a really nice pencil. It's a Dixon Ticonderoga.
Yeah, they did it with like a pole underneath, like turning it. I'm talking through the movie, which I said I wouldn't, but here we go.
That's okay.
I'm not talking when they're talking. I do love those Garfield movies. I actually almost named my son Brecken because it means freckle.
That's cute.
That was his nickname when I was pregnant with him. Though I have had a school with nuns, but it was like first or second grade. The only time I did go to a British school. Apparently Kevin's dad is a DILF. He looks like a younger version of Kevin's dad.
Yes, please.
So, is your dad single? No, I'm married. It's all good.
Wait, what?
She's so good. Hello, She Marlos. She Marlos is here from China.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Oh, that sounds so fun. I love how sarcastic she is. Ah, here's the song! The song that became the Charmed theme song. What? We got Skeet Ulrich in slow motion. That's how you know he's hot. If you get a slow motion take in anything, that means you're hot. Like Tia Carrere in Wayne's World.
That's right. I remember that.
Oh, but she is looking. Oh, girl. What is it what the kids say now? She's a simp, right?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm using that correctly.
know. Or he's got the Riz.
The little bobby pigtail things. I used to wear those. And the baby barrettes. Ooh, we got jujubes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I wonder if we can find those hair ties anywhere.
I haven't seen this in a long time. I think you can see them at the dollar store.
Mm.
So Nancy's played by Fairuza Balk, who I first saw her in Return to Oz when she was a little girl, but she was also in The Waterboy,
Okay.
American History X.
That's what I always think of when
Island
I
of
see
Dr.
her.
Moreau. Thanks for moderating, Jamie. Oh, I guess they're in LA now. She moved from San Francisco. That's Rachel True, who is just lovely. Smoking, also a 90s thing.
Yep, doesn't happen anymore.
So I think I talked over it, but they saw her scar from where she tried to kill herself. Doug, his mom was on the same derby team as me. I guess she loves this movie too, which awesome.
She's
and
a super horror fanatic.
Jamie was also Return to Oz is really scary, but I love it.
We've been talking about watching that movie again.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I used to watch this movie so much that my brother started calling it The Crap. I love this store. This movie's just got awesome production design. It's just got a cool vibe.
Shoplifting.
Unfortunately, I did that in the 90s too. This is my degenerate teens. She's totally watching. Shop on her. Even the score by Graham Revell is really good in this. Smart ass. Roll credits. That's so cool, Jamie. I saw this in the cinema too. I think my husband was in middle school.
Yeah. I was like 10.
Did I ever play with a Ouija board? No, because I watched a lot of horror movies like The Exorcist. And yeah, I believe in this stuff, so I wouldn't go and intentionally send out an open invitation to things I don't want.
My mom would not allow it.
I don't think my mom would have cared.
I wasn't even allowed to watch The Exorcist in my
Yes.
house. She was like, you can watch it, but you have to go to somebody
I
else's
wasn't
house.
allowed to watch it, but I did end up watching it.
Mhm.
That one, Dawn of the Dead, and The Evil Dead were the only ones I was like kind of forbidden from watching. That's my dad. My mom really didn't care what I watched.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny was 14. Oh, we could have gone on a date, Danny.
It would have been
know?
awkward. Oh, no. Oh, that was horrible.
It's the same guy who came into our house earlier. I have a Ouija board on the wall. Frusa Balk is so good in this. She just makes everything she says super, like, electric. Just her line delivery. I just love it. Is that where we should have our first break?
Yeah, we're going to pause. We're pausing 2014.
So we're taking a break because we're going to do like the Joe Bob Briggs thing. Plus, that way if you showed up late and you're not watching with us on Amazon where we're all synced up, you know, you can jump in now.
Yeah.
So let's check in with some of the things in the chat. I did see that Jamie went to this movie at the cinema with her husband, future husband, on her first date. Cannot believe you're 23. Jamie looks super young. And thank you, by the way, for moderating. Brandon says, so Gory, explain to me what witchcraft is more about the will to want something and the power of the body. Is that right? So this movie has it pretty close. I don't know of anybody. See, for preface, whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt, because one of the cool things about Wicca and witchcraft is there is no set rules. Like, I can practice in a completely different way than Kayla practices, than other people. You can make it your own. Nobody is going to tell you that you're doing it wrong. The only real rule we have is that whatever you do comes back to you times 3. So even if you do something bad, I mean, you can, but you need to keep in mind that you are going to accept that energy. And yeah, so you have to be really responsible for your energy. What they're calling Mano, we call spirits. When you have a pentacle, the 5 points symbolize earth, air, water, fire, and the top point is spirit, which is everything all together. The earth, the moon, the wind, the stars, rocks, you, me, dogs, cats, spiders, everything. So there are some things that we kind of universally believe in, and that is one of them. But mostly it's being really attuned to your energy. Like when you hear spiritual people talk about like the evil eye, that's giving somebody a dirty look, but you're sending negative energy, and that negative energy can snowball, and you can do some serious damage with that, you know? So yeah, it's being aware of your energy. So like just smiling at somebody can make their day better, sending out positive energy, and the more positive energy you send out, the more positive energy you get back.
Yeah.
And just being aware that if you are going to send out negative energy, like be deliberate with it.
Yes.
And know you're going to get it back. Even if the universe spirit doesn't give a shit who's right or wrong.
Yeah.
You're still going to get it back. But sometimes it's worth it to protect people and stuff. And then when you do spells, you're really concentrating that energy. So you're kind of funneling it into one direct thing to make something happen.
Yeah. Yeah. You explained it really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of rules, and I think why this movie works really well is one of the biggest rules is even if you mean well, you can't do magic on other people. Because, for instance, like I might want to do a spell to help you get over your cold, but if you're freaked out by Wicca and magic, and that could actually reverse because
consent is a big part of it.
Yeah, consent. So, yeah, you might not even want that. I mean, not that you want a cold, but you may not want my help.
Right.
So you always get consent, and you can't do things like make someone fall in love with you and stuff. It will turn badly on you, because you know.
I feel like when if I want something for another person, I try to just like send them peace in whatever way that they need it, right? Like if somebody's having a hard time with their job, like I don't want to wish for them to be able to keep their job or lose their job or whatever, but like that they find a peace.
We have devotionals, which are like prayer, and you can definitely pray or send positive energy out into the world for anybody you want, but you wouldn't do a spell on somebody.
Right.
That's where you're really sending out a lot of energy, and they may not want that.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I've done things for you before, and I've told you, hey, is it cool with you? And then she's like, yeah.
Please do. Like I always say, like, if I, like, my aunt needs something early, like, I'm going to light a candle for you tonight.
Yeah.
Just something good out there for another person.
So that's definitely something you see in this. And then also you don't do magic for, like, convenience. or just because. Anytime you do any kind of spell, it's generally recommended. Like I said, everyone practices differently, but a lot of people agree that you should do something to check and make sure. Whether you meditate for the answer, you do tarot, you do whatever it is you do, you need to really think about whether or not magic is the right solution here, because sometimes things are supposed to happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Unfortunately, we can't just have it all perfect all the time. I mean, sometimes you're meant to lose that job so you can get a better job. And so I would do tarot.
Is really interesting about that. One girl is like, I can't remember her name, the new girl.
Sarah.
She clearly, like, she knows that she has these abilities and she's in tune with them and she knows that they're not normal, right? But she's also kind of freaked out by what the other girls are doing. So she kind of knows, like, how to play in the game without breaking the rules.
In this movie, they have kind of a difference between people who have started practicing because they want to, and people who are like born with innate ability.
Yeah.
So Sarah has innate ability, but she's never tried to focus it.
Hone it, yeah.
So it's a little out of control. So like she can go like death for 5 days straight. And so she's a little concerned by these girls who are like actively wanting power. And Sarah doesn't have a thirst for power.
Right.
She's a little afraid of it, where these girls want power. And so she's a little skeptical of that. I have heard, and again, beliefs differ between witches, so please don't just take my word as like, this is all witches, because it's not. It's just the way. I like to say you find the answers that work for you. These are the answers that have worked for me. But generally, I have read that, like, if you do your astrological chart, you can find out if you were a witch in past lives. Like, if you have Saturn trine Neptune, generally, that means you've been a witch in your past lives, which is something I do have in my birth chart, and I do believe that I was, but that doesn't make me any more or less a witch than anybody else. There are people I know who have families of witches and stuff, so... like the movie, we gotta watch this, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Okay, I haven't
where
seen
they
that.
ask one of the girls if she's a witch, and she says she's a 16th Wiccan on her mother's side. I about died.
That's really cute.
I've got Lul's trained to say he's half Wiccan on his mother's side.
I love it. That's really sweet.
But yeah, it's basically just,
Yeah, whatever you want it to be.
Hopefully that makes some sense to you. Let's see what other questions we got in here. Do I like shrimp fried egg rolls? Yeah, I do. Thank you, Brandon. Thanks, Jamie. I have this, and then I have a Pulp Wiccan shirt with Nancy on it, so that's pretty cool. I also like, I feel like in a lot of movies, I mean, it was even true in the 90s, so I don't even want to say it's a modern thing, but a lot of movies and stuff have that kind of CW effect, where everyone looks like a model.
Yeah.
And Nancy lives in a trailer park, and as somebody who didn't have a lot of money, like the way she does her hair and stuff, it doesn't look like a professional makeup artist did it. That's how I did my hair, and the kind of things she wears are things I would wear, things I'd get at thrift stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Hi, Danny. What's up?
You enjoying a movie you've never seen before?
I am. Yeah. So far. I mean, we're just getting started.
Juicy Fruits?
Oh, Juicy Fruits.
We don't have any Juicy Fruits. Would you like jujubes?
Is that Juicy
There's
Fruit?
a lot of, here, do you want to swap out
No,
some of
that's
the black licorice ones?
Brandon says hi.
It was a break, so I just want to pop it over.
And get candy.
Yeah, trick or treat.
Okay, so we've gotten to what you would call like the inciting incident.
Yeah.
So what do you think so far?
Great.
Hopefully, am I talking through it too much?
No, I think you're great.
Okay.
I'm like a focus movie. Like, I don't talk a lot during a movie, but like Doug talks a lot during movies, so I can handle it. The guy that got ran over, that was really intense. It was like thunk. I didn't like it.
That's scary.
Yeah, I think a R rating is appropriate.
That's not why it got it, though.
I know,
it got
but
it for Witchcraft.
I'd have given it for that.
Aw, Danny does look 17. He's only 17.
What? He said, wow, babe. You don't
what?
Because like, I said he talks a lot during movies. He does talk a lot during movies. He has a lot to say. I listen.
I talk a lot during movies. I'm trying not to. So if there's a quiet period, I'm trying not to talk when there's dialogue in the movie.
You're
so
doing great. Don't worry about it.
those of us who are watching can listen to the dialogue. But
Okay.
I do love this movie.
I'm so excited.
All right.
Are we ready?
So are you excited?
I'm excited.
All right. So we're going to start the movie up. If you're watching with us on Amazon, it will automatically sync up for you. I am a cradle robber. What's up?
Okay.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I was only doing one. Okay, what kind of snackages do we have? We have red vines.
Red vines,
Some red vines.
Whoppers.
Whoppers.
Maybe at our next.
Whoppers are like really dry Maltesers.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Maybe at our next break, I can go pop us.
Oh
some
yeah, when
popcorn
we're
or
halfway
something.
through, we'll make some popcorn.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully, I'm not chewing loudly. What? Red vine. I'm really self-conscious.
Just do it.
Okay, so everybody, we are at the 20 minutes and 14 seconds mark. So I'm going to put that in the chat for you. And if you're watching with us, it will start up right away. If not, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, go. On go is when you're going to want to start up your copy of the film. Okay, here we go. Ready? You do it, and I'll just hit play.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
We're starting it. Some Juliana Hatfield music.
I like it.
Oh, sweet. I can use this as a straw.
There you go.
I'm sorry, but Chris Hooker, like the name, like should warn you. This makes me feel really self-conscious because I have a giant head.
You do not.
I do too. My head is huge.
It's not.
It is. Unfortunately, the guy who just walked by, he did die a few years ago in a car accident when he was 40.
Oh, sad. I just met you.
Oh, look at his face.
I mean, I wouldn't
What
say
a little
that.
shithead. He's so mad!
There you go. I have I left my to-go straw in the car. I got this little travel straw from the bank. And I used it at the movie theater last night because they changed to paper straws.
I saw that. I don't like it.
Yeah, no.
Uh-oh. So apparently she did it with Chris Hooker. What?
Wow. What a
Here's Christine Kayla
hunk of junk.
from a Zoolander, or Hey Dude. Here's the F-bomb in the movie.
Ugh.
Boom! F-bomb!
Yeah.
Yeah, the director says he would have added a lot more fucks in it if he had known.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna cry. He's such an asshole, though. Like, I'm sorry. The girl Rochelle has to deal with, and Chris Hooker, like, I think I would accept that ×3 negativity to teach them a lesson.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll talk about this in a little bit here, but let's go ahead and watch Rochelle doing her thing. She is the water element. I do like that all the girls have their own storyline. Bitch!
Is that Christine Taylor?
Yes, that's Christine Taylor from Hey Dude,
Oh,
married
okay.
to Ben Stiller. Well, I think they're separated now, but they're working it out.
I think they got back together.
Yeah, they started working it out over the COVID pandemic.
She's also in Zoolander.
Yeah. And Night of the Demons too. Oh, she's such a bitch. What a bitch. This does look exactly like the locker room at my high school.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Marsha from the Brady Bunch.
Marsha, yeah.
She's so cute.
What a bitch! Though, bravo to Kristen Haller for doing this role, because I don't think that's a role I would ever want to play.
No way.
Obviously, she's acting. But I do like that everyone has their own storyline here. Now we're going to see what's going on with Bonnie. That guy was in Melrose Place, the doctor.
Oh.
You know, as I mentioned earlier, Bonnie has scars all over her from some kind of an accident. I'm guessing like a car accident or something in her house or something. They never really say what it was. So they're doing some kind of a procedure to kind of help minimize the scars.
No, she was being racist.
She was being very racist. She was being a bitch. The 90s wasn't as woke as we are now, but even back then, I think most of the girls in my locker room would have been like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, racism was not cool.
No.
That girl's just a bitch. Our first hint that she was going to be a Scream Queen. And Neve Campbell was actually the only one of this cast who was really kind of a celebrity at this point because of Party of Five. That show was really successful, so people knew who Neve Campbell was. The other girls hadn't quite become like names, and unfortunately some of them, like Rachel True, she did Half Baked after this, but until recently she hadn't done a whole lot. She's been doing a lot of horror recently, so that's cool. A lot of these kinds of movies, including Craft Legacy, I feel like the friend characters are just there, and in here we know everybody. Why are they wanting power? Why are they so unhappy?
What's their motivation?
Exactly. And we got Helen Shaver there, whom I love in Tremors 2. She's fantastic.
I love that shirt. I want it.
You would rock it.
I would.
You would rock it, for sure. I had a friend in high school who was really pretty and looked just like her. Who was also goth. And that great score in the background. So good. I still quote that all the time. We're going on a field trip. I think that's why I love this movie, is even though it does go wrong, like, these girls look like they're having so much fun.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Yeah. And it kind of captures, I feel, the like high school friendships with girls really well, in a way that like Mean Girls and other films have also done, in that there's really good highs, like when you feel like you belong and you're part of a group, and there are lows when
Really low lows.
you no longer fit in with that group, or for whatever reason they turn on you. The new one really was like promoting sisterhood and stuff, but I feel like this one is more honest to at least my high school experience anyway.
Yeah.
I actually did have two other girls I hung out with who I did magic with, who at one point decided they didn't want to be my friend anymore. And because we did Witchcraft together, they went into my room when I wasn't home and stole every photo I had that they were in, took back any gifts they had ever given me, trashed my room.
That's so mean.
Yeah, it sucked. this is something we do. What she's holding is an athame, which is a magical dagger used to focus energy. Are they still alive? Yes, they're still alive. We're actually friends now. So explaining what they're doing here a little bit, you don't want to go into a circle with people who are bringing in any kind of negative energy. So if they're having a bad day, they're upset about something at school or a boyfriend or whatever, they can bring in negative energy and that could hurt everybody in the circle. So even though it sounds really dramatic, it's just you're checking to make sure that their energy is cool before you're in a circle with them, because that needs to be a safe space. Oh, nice bit of trivia from Danny there.
Oh, wow. Tremors.
They love hepatitis.
Butterflies.
I do like this because this is something that you could actually experience. It doesn't feel very like movie-ish. It's unusual, but it's something that could happen.
Oh, they're so pretty.
So I'm going to pause it really quick just because I want to talk about the ritual. A lot of the stuff in there was really accurate. When you say as above, so below, essentially when you're in a circle, it's not really a circle so much as an orb. It's like a big blubbity orb thing. So that's just saying that the circle exists above us, it exists below us. We are protected in this space. You call the circle to protect yourself from any negative outside energies. Again, this is why I don't do Ouija boards, because Wiccans are really, really, we're very attuned to the energies we're putting out, the energies that are coming towards us. And yeah, we wouldn't screw with that.
No. No.
I also like, with the exception of Nancy, the things that they're saying are very well worded. When you make spells and stuff, it's very important how you word things. You know, Bonnie's saying she wants to be beautiful inside as well as out. That's a perfect way to word that. That's a good thing to ask for instead of just being, I want to be pretty.
Yeah.
You know,
There could be costs that come.
Rochelle wants to be forgiving of other people, including people who are racist towards her. Yeah, she says pieces of shit. I'm going to give her a pass. But she's asking, instead of, you know, can we punish this girl, or can, she's asking if she, focusing on herself and her ability to tolerate this girl, which is how we would do it. And Sarah, she wants to love herself as well as love other people, and allow herself to be loved by other people. So again, wording is key, though your intention is also very, very important. So if you don't really believe it, that will make a difference.
I think it can also mean the opposite too, where like if you know what you mean, but you can't quite express it out loud in the way that your intention is, I think that is also like, because vocabulary is hard.
And especially if you're a solitary, you don't always have to say it out. I mean, words have a lot of power, but you can write it. There's a ton of different ways. Like that's one of the things I love about Witchcraft is I don't know a whole lot about how Kayla's practices. They're probably very different than mine, and yet neither one of them is wrong. We're free to be individuals, which is really cool. Unless you're in a coven where they have rules for the coven, as a solitary and as an eclectic, you can do what you want so long as you're aware of the consequences and you're not crappy to other people.
Yeah.
Generally. So Fairport Station has a question. Was the blood drinking real? If you're asking about the movie, I don't know. I know they really did prick their fingers. I don't think they actually drank the blood, but I can't say for sure on that. They had a Wiccan consultant on the film, and a lot of the chants in this movie I actually used because they work really well. I don't think they would have had the girls drink actual blood, but they did actually prick their fingers, though in a circle, that is not unheard of, in my experience.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know if it's the safest thing, and you don't necessarily have to do it. But yeah, a lot of things, you want things that are sympathetic to certain things. So, like that's the only bad thing about this is she shouldn't have used a picture of Chris Hooker or called him by name.
Right.
Because a picture of him brings his energy into it. So that is going to affect him, which is wrong. She's gonna get it back for that. So sympathetic items can be like a bracelet, a necklace, a piece of hair, blood, anything like that if you're gonna do a spell on another person.
Yeah, and I think there probably are plenty of real rituals that would involve like blood like that. But again, like you could even take, again, it's like the intention part of it, right? Like if you weren't comfortable using blood in a ritual,
then don't do it.
You don't have to do it. There are alternatives for sure.
There are. I mean, especially if you're doing what people would typically call white magic, there's really no reason for it.
Yeah.
Hair and stuff works great. Though I found the darker the magic, the grosser the ingredients. The nastiest curse I've ever worked involved cat pee and nails.
Gross.
Yeah, nasty curses involve some pretty gross shit. I haven't done a lot of dark magic, but I have done a little, knowing what I was getting into, and I will say it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
I got slapped back by karma pretty hard, and it wasn't worth it. So I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
But, I thought that's what I needed to do, and I've seen Dorina Dunwich is a witch who's published books who, I really love her coven cake recipe, but she will do, like, killing squirrels and doves and stuff, which, fair, that's a way some people practice. It's not anything I would do. I don't like hurting any living creatures. But yeah, how did you collect it? Well, step 1, get a cat. Step 2, use your imagination. No. You just wait for your cat to pee. You just gotta wait for the cat to pee. I did it by putting saran wrap in the kitty box.
Smart.
I was a very angry young person. Don't be me. Don't be me. Be me now, who is not as angry.
Yeah.
What else? So you have 4 corners.
Mm-hmm.
The 5th one of the pentacle, like I said, is spirit, which is everything. So it's all of us. But ideally, you have 4 people to call the corners. So people usually have a corner that they're attuned to. And usually it kind of aligns with like your sun sign. So like I'm a Taurus, so I tend to always kind of navigate towards Earth. I have in covens usually been the quarter for Earth. But I have a lot of water in my chart too, so I feel like I do water pretty well if I have to. Because the only coven I've ever been in, we only had 3 people. So I did 2. But yeah, you have people who do a specific quarter, and if you're solitary, you gotta do them all yourself.
Yeah.
Have you been in a coven before?
I have never been in a coven before. And
you want to be in my coven?
Yeah. I mean, we're basically doing it. No, and like my personal practice has been very like subdued and quiet. everybody, all the women in my family are very like spiritual and earthy, and luckily my husband is also very spiritual and earthy, like even more so than I am in some ways. I do a lot of like candle lighting and herbs for certain things, and like stirring my tea clockwise for bringing in positivity, and counterclockwise for expelling negative things, and a lot of like little things. I haven't done big practice things. You did give me that book, that one, when we were going through all that stuff over the summer, and I took a picture of some of the spells because they were very like simple, and I was like, I could do some of this, but it's been a very quiet practice that I've had.
There's a lot of little things, like they say, keeping cinnamon in your wallet helps attract money. That's something I always do.
I do blow cinnamon in my doorway at the beginning of the month.
Yeah, lots of little things like that. I keep a tiger's eye in my car because it's supposed to protect you during travel. So a lot of witches tend to have a lot of their kind of superstitions. Another thing I'll point out is we're very, like I said, attuned to energies. So you have like the goddess, which is female energies and is attuned to the moon. So an Esbit, a full moon ritual, would happen at night. So this is not an Esbit, but they are doing a ritual. They're doing a daytime ritual, which again is different than a spell. So they're doing some kind of ritual during the day using sun energy, which is, you know, more masculine energy and stuff. You kind of just do whatever it is you need for the spell. So like different stones, gemstones, and herbs, and times of day have different energies, different days of the week have different energies, and you want to just try to pinpoint it as much as you can to make it the most beneficial for what you're trying to do.
Most potent.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also awesome because you can always sub stuff too. So it's like, if you don't have patchouli, you can sub it with something else. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Hopefully this all makes sense. Hey, my younger brother Zigma is here in the chat. Remember when you used to call this the crap because I watched it so much? Yeah, that's him. But we love him. We love him.
Now we do.
We do. He's good. All right. So, anything else you want to talk about with the ritual? What did you think of it? How accurate did you think that was?
I liked it. It felt like almost like a bonding type ritual. Like that's what the blood part of it kind of felt like. They were trying to strengthen their sisterhood.
We also have Sabbats, which are like holidays, and based on the time of year, that could have easily been like a Lammas Sabbat or something too. So usually that's what happens. Like, you pay your respect to the energies and stuff of the world and each other, but usually you do try to focus on something that you want as well.
Yeah.
So. Alrighty, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So we are at 32:45 in the movie.
Bam.
And all right, hit it, Kayla.
3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Look at his face. What a
face.
dork. His stupid face. A French teacher with his bow tie is everything.
He's so cute.
Oh my gosh, right?
He's so cute.
Look at their little baby birds. I used to have those. '90s boys in their baggy clothes.
Yes.
Yeah. Good, do that. I'm not feeling sorry for him at this point. I might change my mind, but at this point, no.
No.
I also like that it's a Catholic school, which my dad was Catholic, so I have had some experience with that. But there is a lot of like candle lighting and stuff. As far as Christian religions go, it is one of the more
ceremonial
witchy or ceremonial, yeah. His fucking face. Oh, not feeling sorry for him. Breckenmeyer, I just adore him. Pay attention. Rochelle's hair is goals.
It's really beautiful.
So
She's really
pretty.
beautiful.
She is. Oh my god, her skin. And the thing is, she has not aged a day. She looks incredible. She's been doing a lot of things. Like she was in the documentary Horror Noir, and she was in the movie Agnes and a few other things. And she's just, I like that she's actually pretty witchy in real life and really into horror. This whole scene reminds me of slumber parties in the high school. Connie, welcome! I've never played this, have you? So we need more friends so we can do this.
What?
We need more friends so we can do this.
I know, right? I was like, well, we can't do it just two of us.
I know.
We can get the boys.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That's why we got married. Boys, you're gonna do magic with us. Dan has done magic with me. He's very
Has he?
helpful.
Doug does tarot cards mostly. But he talks to me about ghosts and stuff. I don't believe in ghosts.
I don't either. I'm open to the idea, but I don't.
Yeah. I'm willing to have my mind changed.
Oh shit.
It worked.
They're so cute. She brings so much to scenes where she really could just phone it in if she wanted to, but she just makes every scene electric. She is just incredible.
Her face.
Mm-hmm. But they're all super charismatic. Wait, what?
Ouch.
My butt.
Yes, but not the way you think, Mom.
Mm-hmm. I never thought of that before.
They have really strong fingers.
Montage! This is Dangerous Type of Letters to Cleo. So good. And they're watching Bewitched. Oh, this is goals.
I do love Bewitched. We used to
Me
watch it
too.
all the time.
I'm just gonna stay up late and watch it at Nick at Night. For everyone who likes boobs, there's a lot of nippage in this scene.
Nip, 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 nip.
It was a cold day at school. All the necklaces and the chokers.
Chokers are making a comeback.
I know, right? They should.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Hobbs! So if you're just joining us, we are at 38:46, or you can watch with us on Amazon and just catch up with us. She took some of her hair. Ah, Christine Taylor, I adore her, especially because she was on
Love her.
Hey Dude, but she is so, like, easy to
I
hate in
love
this
her.
movie. This movie, like, I'm really impressed because this was directed by a man, and I still think this is one of the best movies about, like, teenage friendship. I think a lot of that comes from listening to the girls in the movie, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, damn it, I can't select your guys' stuff.
That's a good one.
I know, I was trying to select it, but it won't show up over here.
Is she doing like Reiki?
I think she's just helping her, like, with a kind of a removal. And this is accurate, too. They did a ritual, but a lot of times you need more than one thing. Now they're doing spells to try and get what they want. So the more energy, the better. What a bitch! Her fair point.
It does look pretty bad. Oh no, her hair is falling out.
And they did say, as
no.
long as she leaves Rochelle alone, nothing bad will happen to her. So I like that they put that clause in the spell. That is a pretty fair curse. But again, I mean, Wicca's not like Christianity. We don't have like some patriarchal figure who's going to judge whether we are good or bad people. If you're putting out negative energy, you know,
It's just gonna come right back to you.
Exactly.
That coach looked familiar.
It does look familiar. But I think right now, with the exception of Nancy, the girls really are trying to get positive outcomes. It's so crazy how it just comes off like that. Sorry. Her mom must have good health insurance. Unfortunately, I can't highlight your comments in the chat for some reason, but I am reading them. Little baby Fritz. And honestly, she doesn't look that much different. You still can't really see her back. I think it's just confidence makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I agree with that. She's not wearing 75 layers.
Yeah. I think it's just that she's smiling and she's open and confident and walking with stride. That's what makes her look so different. Hey, Kayla.
Just do a little bit.
Rachel's so funny. I think Rachel's the funniest in the group. Her little cutouts and stuff. Like, I had a room with just, like, the walls completely.
I watched that movie.
Krampus?
No, I don't know. Maybe it was not that. It was a different movie, but it was like a devil-y thingy that looked like that.
Uh-oh. A devilly thingy?
Yeah.
There's a lot of devilly thingies. A Whopper. I feel bad because it's so crunchy. But it's so good, though. Thank you. Oh, Whoppers are good. Yeah, Elvira does have a lot of burn scars. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Danny thinks that we have booze. Do we have booze?
Just a little bit.
What can I say? My girl treats me right.
Yeah. We're having a party. Can't have a party without a cider.
I also... Here, I'll let you finish the scene and then I'll give my thoughts on it. I don't think cider counts as booze. It's like liqueur. I don't know if that's accurate either.
I mean, I don't know. It's alcohol.
It's lady alcohol. Cal L. Oh no, Jason, you're a camp counselor. Goals. That was a lot more in the 90s, guys.
I mean, I still wouldn't say no.
I still would be a lot. But this is like life-changing money in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna have her own heart attack.
Yeah, she is getting a lot of money now. She's gonna move out of the trailer park because her stepfather died. So, and she also gets rid of her pervy stepfather. So this is an example of how you really want to keep your spells open because the universe finds ways to make it work. You know, maybe that's you got fired from your job and then you get like a great opportunity afterwards. So, I mean, obviously she didn't wish for her stepfather to die, but that is how the universe found a way to
Make it happen.
make this happen. Bonnie, you tramps. Oh no, we got to be more sex positive. Good for you, Bonnie.
Yeah. Bonnie.
But in the 90s, like in this movie, you know, it was frowned upon. Look how cute her little tuchus is. Where's a bulk. Her mom looks cute too.
That shit is.
Danny, if you want, we have alcohol we can give him, yes?
I have one, yeah.
We have an alcohol we can give you. But he has to come and get it himself.
Or if you wait, I can take it to you when I go make popcorn.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make popcorn at the halfway point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to think of when that would be. I'm trying to find natural places. We'll probably take an intermission so they can take a break and go potty too.
Well, where are we at? Look at that cute jukebox.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, we could stop in like 3 minutes, and it'll be at 50-50.
Yeah, after this sleepover, we'll stop because that's when things kind of change.
I am loving this movie. It's very cute.
Your husband wants to know if you're loving the movie.
Yes, I am.
I love this movie so much. I remember one day when I was having a problem with girls at school, I came home and my mom surprised me with this on VHS, and it was like the best thing ever. God, I am so that mom. You guys want to hang out? Where the cool parties at? No. Yeah, Danny, make us popcorn.
It's all in here. It's all ready to go.
It's all for you, Danny.
I want to look at those magazines they're reading.
Oh my gosh. I had 17 and Jane.
Mm-hmm. Jane,
Remember
I
that one?
remember Jane.
I had the Night to Win It magazine. I had Disney Adventures.
I love Disney Adventures.
So good.
I would do anything to get my hands on some Disney Adventures magazines. Make it happen.
All right, magic. So this movie was early CGI. This is where some people kind of shit on the film a lot, but honestly, I think a lot of the effects in this movie are really good. That's so girl trying to be nice. See, Brandon gets me. I wish I could highlight your comments. I can't get the Twitch to work. Settle. Bigger! I love their style so much. I would so want to hang out with these girls.
Same.
Slow version. She's got the best lines.
That's crazy.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rochelle would look better as a blonde than Bonnie. Okay, so now we're getting into the darker parts of this movie. So this is a good place to take our intermission.
Okay.
Aquanet in the corner. What should I do? I don't have an intermission thing.
I mean, if Danny wants to come in here and come pop this popcorn, we can chit chat.
Danny, come.
Do you have to go to the
come-
bathroom or anything?
No.
I can chit chat.
Going to the bathroom for wusses.
I can entertain the people.
What people?
The people. The people.
The people?
The people.
Okay.
I can talk
Well,
about stuff.
Danny, come make us popcorn, and we'll give you alcohol in exchange.
Yeah. Go make yourself some popcorn.
So we're taking a little intermission here. I think we're gonna go ahead and chat with you guys during it. Danny is here,
Thank
and
you.
your shirt is perfect. Show them your shirt.
Yeah, look at that.
Nicely done. Nicely
That's
done.
my horror movies.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank
Thanks,
you, Danny. He's the best. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I can hear so much better with that thing in my ear.
Yeah.
So we're halfway through the movie. Thoughts? What are you thinking so far?
I like it. It's really cute. It's definitely not as scary as I initially thought like it was. Like, obviously never having seen it, like my preconceived notions of what The Craft was, because it's like girls do witchcraft, right? It's like supposed to be really dark and scary. It's not. It's literally just girls hanging out.
I think it's like a fantasy movie. It's kind of like Mean Girls or
Yeah.
Heathers or
Which
Jawbreaker with
I
witchcraft.
haven't seen Heathers either.
The fuck.
I know.
To me, it's more of a fantasy, like a dark fantasy.
Yeah.
Because now this is kind of the turning point in the movie where it's going to get pretty dark now.
Okay.
Where things go a little too far.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it's, this was a good place to stop.
Okay.
But at this point, I think it's really fun. And I think a big appeal of this movie is, because I think a lot of people have kind of diminished this movie for not being scared. But for me, it's so hard to box this movie. It's just like horror.
Yeah.
It's more like a fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a teen fantasy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm really enjoying it. I really like it. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Jamie says Heathers watch along.
Okay.
That
let's
is
do it.
Heathers is one of the most quotable movies ever.
Yeah. Cool.
It's so good.
Love it.
Maybe we'll let you guys pick the next watch along. I'll give you like a poll at the end of this.
Yeah.
Never Seen November is a good month to see all those you've been missing out on.
Yes.
How did he do that when he's making popcorn?
Yeah, how did you? Phone.
Oh my god, have you seen The Covenant? And that's what
No.
Dusty mentioned. Do you like this or The Covenant more?
I don't
Dusty,
think I have.
this is one of my favorite movies. Now, The Covenant, which is like Boy the Craft. It's like The Craft with boys. One, I like it just because Stephen Strait in that, just lovely. Lovely, even though it's getting weirder the older I get. At the time, I was his age, so it's not creepy.
That is totally valid and makes sense. Like, I think that that's something that people have to keep in mind. I said something about how we were watching Casper at the shop, and we have these kids come in and they're like 21, and
But
I was
you were
like,
that age.
I was 14. Devin Sawa, 14, was the dreamiest.
He's on Checky now.
Is he?
I adore him.
Man, I loved him. And I was like, oh my god, I had the biggest crush. And they're like, Kayla, you're so weird. I'm like, it's weird now, but it wasn't weird
But
then.
The Covenant, it's one of those ones that's really, really cheesy. I do like that the sun's at Ipswich, and I'm from Ipswich, England.
No fun.
And Ipswich is supposed to translate to like town of witches, so that's kind of cool.
Ooh.
And I was born in Ipswich, what? But this is
I love
Ipswich in
it.
America,
Yeah.
and it's just so cheesy. You guys know the guy who plays Bucky in the Marvel Universe.
Oh yeah.
The Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
He's in that in an
Sebastian
early role.
Stan.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's so cheesy. He has this line where he goes, "Ooh, witchy." It's so cheesy.
Cute. I love
It is so cheesy, but it's so fun. It's so
Cool.
fun, and the boys are just super cute.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to watch that one. I haven't seen that one either.
So that one's fun. I honestly though, but this movie I've heard people call this a guilty pleasure or say, you know, it's good, they like it, but I truly feel like this movie is so underrated just because at this time in the 90s, we didn't have a lot of movies like this that had a strong female cast like this that was really focused on just like girls and teen friendships.
They're all pretty fleshed out characters too.
They are really fleshed out. Even if you look at movies like Heathers or Jawbreaker, the side girls don't have their own storylines. A little bit it comes into play, but like, you know, with Heathers, I know you don't understand this, but for those of you who've seen it, it's Veronica's story. And with Jawbreaker, it's, you know, we have our main girl that we follow. It's her story. But what I love about The Craft is it's a true ensemble because we do care about Rochelle.
Yeah.
And we do know about Rochelle. We do know about Bonnie, and we care about Bonnie, and we care about Nancy, and we've seen their home lives. I do wish we saw Rochelle's home life. But I still like that we get to see Rochelle at her swim practice. We know that Rochelle's into swimming.
Yeah.
I like that these girls have personality.
I agree.
Yeah. So, it's just so unique. Even today with movies, I think this is just such a unique and special movie for what it has to say about women and, you know, teenage women and friendship. And again, just being one of only 2 movies I can think of that are, well, that's not, there's a lot of indie movies like Pyewacket that are exceptionally accurate. But as far as the big movies go, this one and Practical Magic probably are the closest.
And I've seen Practical Magic a
So
billion
good.
times.
So
It's
good.
So good.
But I love this movie.
Yeah.
And I
Awesome.
think what's important about the first half of this movie is, especially if you are a girl, I can't speak for you if you're a boy, but I think you watch this and you want to hang out with these girls.
Yeah.
Like, this looks so fun. You want to have friends like this. You watch this movie, and especially if you were a weirdo or an outcast like I was, you think how cool would it be to be in a group like this? And this movie also hits really close to home because I did have 2 girls I was really, really close to, and then it blew up in my face. We have moved past it and become friends since then, but in high school it was pretty traumatic.
But that's what high school's for.
It is. You know, emotions run super high in high school over the smallest things.
Yes, they do.
So, but yeah, I think this first half is supposed to be a fantasy. It's supposed to be wish fulfillment, so that you want to belong. You want to be a part of this girls. It's like the same part in Mean Girls, where she's actually getting along with the girls, and you're happy for her.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what this part is. And now we're going to see the dark side of it. What happens when you don't get along with your friends? What happens when you bring negative energy into a circle?
Yeah.
Or into magic?
Here we go.
As a teenage boy, I'd want to hang out with these 2 boys too. I didn't know Dan as a teenage boy, but I imagine Dan was very pervy. Oh, you want to do that thing where you catch a popcorn?
I can't do it, but I'll
Do
try.
it. Do it. Oh my god.
See, I'm so bad at
you
it.
do it to me.
Okay. I'm... Oh,
Ah!
almost. I almost got it.
All right. All right,
I'm
let's
not
try it
good.
ourselves, right?
Okay, there you go.
Ah!
Nope.
Ah! Okay, one more.
I can't do it.
I got one!
Nice job!
So good. I got
Yeah.
mad skills.
What?
It's witchcraft. All right, are you ready?
I'm
I got
ready.
headphones in. You're a pervy. I think he's talking to me.
Are you? I mean, your
Maybe.
group is called the Gory Hole.
I don't know.
That's
Am
kinda
I pervy?
Can I ask a favor?
Uh-huh.
And you can tell me no. Can we put subtitles on?
Yes!
Okay, great.
Um,
Hover over like the screen or up there. There you go. This one. Thank you.
Subtitles. Okay, we're gonna have subtitles
This is
on.
gonna be so
Oh, no. Okay, you ready? So we are at
5:31.
50,
5:50, 31. There you go.
31. It's hard typing with one hand. All right, there we go. 50, 31. So Kayla is gonna do 1, 2, 3, hit play when she does this.
Okay, ready?
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Chris, her room is so cool. Her popcorn good.
It is good.
All right, sorry if my popcorning is loud and annoying. Oh, his flannel shirt. Bless his heart. He is so good. He's just great at being a dope.
I don't know why.
I'm kind of feeling bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
This is a common side effect of love spells, by the way, which is why we never fuck with love spells. Best case scenario, you get this, and nobody wants this. This is true. You can't just undo a spell. Those two are so cute together.
Mm-hmm.
Earth, air, fire, water. Nice one, Skymore. Scythemore, sorry. That's true. It's kind of a universal thing among a lot of religions. Most of them have some kind of a golden rule. And Wicca is no exception.
And I feel like the golden rule is just another way of breaking down karma. Like,
basically, yeah.
you put it out there,
saying,
you're gonna get it back.
If you're a dick, people will be a dick to you, or
Mm-hmm.
shitty things will happen to you. Don't. Essentially, the basis rule of every religion is don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Good for you, Nancy. I really like this location they go to. I like that they go to a lot of different locations for their rituals and their magic.
Mm-hmm.
I do think some of the things they're bringing are a little weird. Sarah's got a bird, which would be more of an air type creature, but Sarah's supposed to be earth. But we do have our show with the fish. That's very water. Nancy's got the serpent, the snake, which is a fire animal. Look at that, it's Nemo. Found him.
That's a really expensive fish.
You see how I found him though?
You did find a
But
moth?
then I think they're using the
Butterfly.
bird for earth because she's got the butterfly, which is supposed to be air. But I would say a bird would be air, is my thought.
Is one of them supposed to be wind? Earth, wind? No, earth.
Earth, air, fire, water.
Fire, water. Okay.
So Sarah's supposed to be earth. I wouldn't go with a bird.
I don't know. The fifth element. Just watch that.
Honestly,
movie.
just a jar of dirt would be fine. The fifth element.
Was she in Scream?
No.
No.
Rachel True?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
She's in Half Bake. Recently, she's been in Horror Noir, some other things, but unfortunately, she wasn't in much, which is a bummer
I
because she's
haven't seen
super talented.
Scream in a long time, but I felt like she kind of looked like Nev Campbell's roommate.
Oh, and Scream 2?
Yeah.
No.
No.
She's
okay.
not. So they're gonna call the Watchtowers, that's some big hitty guardians. You don't do Watchtowers unless shit's getting real, but it is a real thing.
I mean, shit is kind of getting real.
Shit is getting real. So I've done watchtowers before, but that you always call a guardian to protect your circle.
Timestamp. 55, 36, 7, 8, 9, 40.
Here, I'm going to pause it really quick. So I'm pausing the movie. If you're watching with us on Amazon, it will pause the movie for you. If you are watching at home, go ahead and pause your film. We are at 55:41. Why do I sound like a flight attendant?
Because you do, I mean, the exits are this way, and this way.
Do they have like goth flight attendants?
I'm sure. Oh my god. You would be so good at that job.
Goth flight attendant.
You should do it.
All right, you ready, Zigma?
Get ready.
How my popcorn munching isn't loud.
I don't care.
Are we going to be super loud to be annoying?
Yeah.
People hate that. Wait, or maybe they like it like an ASMR.
Maybe.
Some people like noises like that, and some people really hate it.
Do you ever watch ASMR stuff?
I can't stand it.
I kind of love it, but I won't look for it. If
I have
come
a friend who
across
does it.
I'll
It hurts my
pause.
ears, but he said it gives him like a tingle.
I like it. I watch this girl on TikTok who gives frogs baths.
That's so weird. I watched
It's
one
really
where a girl was
cute.
just like playing with crayons and stuff in a
Yeah.
box.
Okay.
I will say when we're getting into the scene, so this is there's a few things. You know how movies always try to say they're cursed. This is one scene where something weird actually did happen.
Okay.
During this scene, the scene is a ritual. So at the end of this ritual, it gets pretty crazy. The camera's spinning and then it just stops. It stops because all of their lights and everything fell over. Everything went out. Lightning did strike their set, and that's as much as they had filmed. They had intended to have a little bit more. And then the tide, if you watch the tide, it's coming in really, really close. So lightning struck their set. All of their stuff went out, and then the tide came in. So that was as much as they had filmed. So when you see that, you will know why. That's where it stops.
That's so scary.
Okay, are you ready? Kayla, hit us.
3, 2, 1.
Oh no, you have to do it again.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, there it goes. I like how like she does hers all cool with her fingers
That's pretty
out.
Cool. It's pretty rock and roll.
And Nancy would be the leader of their coven because she's holding the athame. So she's going to draw down the moon later, which is when you invite like the goddess energy into you.
I'm doing
And,
it.
I how she has her fingers like this, like I'm too cool. Like she's super cool. Their circle looks so cool. I never have enough candles. Look how close that water's getting. See?
Yeah.
That tide comes right in. And Frizzabog's eyes, they look almost white in this scene.
Oh,
the fishy!
the fishy.
All right, now shit's gonna get dark. This is where it gets kind of horror movie-ish.
Okay, I'm ready for
But
it.
I feel like this is teenage girl horror. That's good popcorn, dude.
That was really good.
Dumbala. Chucky.
I was gonna say, is that on Chucky? We watched Chucky 3 the other
Chucky's
day.
good. Oh my god, Chucky 3 is good.
It was okay.
It's not the best Chucky, but it is good. Look, she's walking on water.
Oh my goodness.
This is also where their powers get into like mythical territory. I don't know of anybody who can walk on water.
No, me neither.
Dusty wants a pig running up the beach. You hate this movie, Zigma.
Why?
I don't know why. Why do you want a pig running up the beach?
Why? Uh-oh.
Popo's coming.
Whoop, whoop.
How she has like the knit underneath a lot of her shirts. I would do that by cutting out the crotch and pantyhose and wearing it as a shirt. And then
just
cutting
like
out
that way.
holes in the feet to go over my hand.
That's smart.
Yeah. I was so cool.
Pug? But why would a pug be... Oh no, look at all the sharks!
Oh, poor sharks. What'd they do to deserve this? Was that fucking Baywatch?
It was.
Look at her Doc Martens. She's so just living the best 90s. Both her and Rochelle have the same Doc Martens. See, I'm starting to a little freaked out now. Nancy is balls crazy. Nancy.
No, this is bad.
This would freak me out too. This is about where I would be like, I'm not loving this.
Mm-mm.
But even just their personalities are changing. Like before, when she talked to them about her suicide attempt, they were understanding. And the last night when she did it, they were, Nancy especially, was kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's feeling powerful. She's up on her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand your brother.
Nobody does. I'm sorry if that bothers you. Be more Canadian, Nev. 'Cause
Right?
We love it. The Canadians are good people. They're also abusing what power in this universe Manon has given them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to live in harmony with nature.
We should add Teen Witch to the list.
I have that movie.
I love that movie.
It's so good. Oh, you're making it? I was wondering you're writing.
Yeah.
Holy cool crap, you met Nev? That's amazing. What was she like? And I do feel like, at least in my experience, that's true of female friendships. You can be like the closest ever with somebody, and then over some stupid bullshit, they will absolutely hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're playing Space Hog. Now this scene, we're coming up on a really good effect in this movie. It's really subtle, but I think it's a really good effect. Watch the mirror when Rochelle's in front of it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But she does feel bad. I mean, look at her. She's not like smiling or being smug. She understands like this is not what she wanted.
No.
I feel like with Rochelle, it's just peer pressure because she does seem to have a good sense of right and wrong.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to be alone.
Well, she
Look at
also
the mirror here. Watch.
called her terrible things.
She did. And that's really ugly. And that's why and friends are so important to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she does get bullied. So, I think Rochelle is honestly probably my favorite character in the group. Now look, when she looks in the mirror. That is such a cool effect, isn't it?
And look, she's looking the wrong way.
Exactly. Her reflection's looking the wrong way, and it was delayed. It's so subtle, but it's such a great effect.
That was so
and it's
scary.
so creepy. This movie gets a lot of shit for like the blonde hair and some other CGI effects, but effects like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think are so good.
God damn it, I keep dropping popcorn.
It's okay, my dogs will eat it.
I'm gonna say, I hope your dogs like popcorn as much as mine does.
Scythe Moore says she's a sweetheart.
Gorgeous head.
I would love to meet Neve Campbell. And they had a reunion here in Seattle at Comic-Con, but unfortunately I missed that. No. No, we don't know what you mean. Bless your sweetheart, Ski Ulrich.
Poor thing.
His real name's Brian.
Brian. He doesn't look like a Brian.
He doesn't look like a Brian. He looks like a Skeet. I think Robin Tunney's a really good actress. She's so good in Empire Records.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Ugh. I feel like this is really true too. I feel like a lot of times when guys want to touch you and you don't want them to touch you, they're like, "Oh, I just want to give you a back rub or a foot rub or something," and it's like, no. Ugh. Yes, kick him in the balls. But I think with any kind of love magic, you can't make somebody love you. You can make somebody be obsessed with you.
But it's not going to be love.
It's not going to be genuine. I think the only time when those things kind of work is when that person might have already had feelings for you, but you can't make somebody have feelings for you that they don't have. But messing with anybody's
free
will is always bad. It's the only time you get to see Rochelle's house. Yeah, I have cool houses though. Need him in his little skeeter.
But she has all this power and she's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power corrupts. I was a goth girl in high school, and a lot of people did make fun of me and stuff, but I was never, like, antagonistic towards people. Somebody told me once I was like Lydia in the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Oh,
Like, you're a
yeah.
happy goth.
I love that.
So I wasn't a Nancy, for sure. Though I did dress like that. Hello? Setting the mood.
How romantic.
Wow.
I would love to have a fireplace in my bedroom.
I want a fireplace in my bedroom.
I'd never leave.
I know, right? We need to get our own, like, girl house.
Yeah.
It's midnight, the witching hour. In the movie.
12:07.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's not here for Sarah. Kind of reminds me of Juno when they're like all football players or secretly into the weird girls.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously they've had sex in the past. They've like made a lot of little references to it.
God, she looks so scary.
I'm This is another part where I think the effect is really good. They had to have both girls in the exact same spot to make that work. People like to shit on the effects, but when they're good in this movie, they're really fucking good.
That's pretty good.
I love seeing Sarah all gothed out. Oh, I hiccuped. I get the hiccups like every freaking day.
Do you?
I know, I get them
That's
every
really
day, and the only way
frustrating.
to stop them is if somebody asks me if I have the hiccups. But sometimes I just get a random hiccup, and that's all that was.
Do you have the hiccups?
Thank you. You're a good friend.
Hopefully it works.
People also shit on her wig a lot in this, but I think the wig looks really good. There's only one place in the movie where you can kind of tell. And that's early in the movie
When
when she's on the floor. When the guy came into her house.
Mm-hmm.
Elastica! Rochelle's just like, fine. I love Rochelle. Which is into house. Look at his little face. He is good in this.
He is.
I think everyone brought their A game. I think she got an MTV Movie Award for this, if I remember correctly.
That's
and
cool.
she earned it.
Yeah.
I mean, Hara gets snubbed, but she is so good in this movie. Like, the energy she's bringing to this role is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That looks cool, too.
That's so scary.
It's so scary.
It's so scary.
This is the horror part of the movie. Are you scared? Oh. Sorry, my ass.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Chris. Okay, at this point, I feel a little bad for him. He didn't deserve that. But he did suck.
He did suck.
But I don't think he deserved to die.
No.
He was blown away by her performance. Maybe he's okay. Overalls were so big in the 90s. It's good popcorn.
It is good popcorn. I feel like overalls are making a comeback too.
They really should, because they're so comfy.
They're very useful.
Mm-hmm. And all the pockets.
Mm-hmm.
These days, you'd have to go through all the trouble of printing a picture, but back in the day, you'd go to the 1 hour photo. And this is a pretty accurate way of doing, one of the ways you can do a binding. Does it necessarily mean it's going to work? Her dad is the dad from Flight of the Navigator. Flight of the Navigator always bums me out.
Because he gets home and, like, everybody's older.
I know, it's so depressing.
It is depressing. Has really good, like, creature effects, though.
Mm-hmm. I wish that Bonnie and Rochelle got more attention in the second half of this movie because they kind of just become flunkies.
Right.
But that is, I mean, it's not dishonest. You know, a lot of times people kind of go with things because their friends are doing it, and that's what they're doing.
I can see a lot of. Did you watch Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Mm-hmm.
I can see how that show was really influenced by this.
Yeah, I agree.
The Weird Sisters.
But I don't think like Rochelle or Bonnie like would be that mean if they were on their own. But they're afraid of not being in the group because they don't have anybody else, and they're afraid of losing their power. I hate it when Rochelle's mean. It kind of goes with Mean Girls too. When the lead girl makes a decision about somebody, the other girls need to fall in line or they don't have friends.
I always laugh when they say Dorcas.
Dorcas? Yeah. Dorcas. But they're puffed up because they've got some power and they feel cool. And, you know, Nancy is the leader and they're afraid of her.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic here. They're getting their power. They're siphoning power from Sarah in this movie, who has basically working as a generator for them. So they probably would be better siding with her. But I think a lot of it's they're afraid of Nancy.
Yeah.
Those two seem to be very close friends. Plus, they were friends with Nancy first.
I love her sheer butterfly thing.
Yeah. I really do like them. I just feel like they're really badly influenced. I wish we could see a little bit more of how this is affecting their personal lives, though.
I agree with that.
The Horror Den, what's up? I'm good. We're watching one of my favorite movies, The Craft. If you want to join us, we are at 1 hour and 16 minutes and 46 seconds. She's going to Lirio for help. And Lirio's kind of the person who kind of states the theme in this, that there are certain, you know, places we don't cross. You know, you don't... There are certain lines we don't cross unless we absolutely need to. So like before she said, don't go into this room. It's a place of power. Now, because it's a life or death situation, she's inviting her in there and Sarah's a little scared. But she's warning them before about kind of going into areas that were...
not meant for them.
Exactly. And this kind of ties into what Sarah's been afraid of, where she's always been able to do things, but she's a little afraid of that
was
power.
really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's so many effects in this movie that are so underrated. We don't obviously invoke Minot, but you can draw down the moon, which is when you fill yourself with the power of the goddess, which is, I think, pretty similar to what they're doing here.
I think there are people who work with like specific like deities and stuff.
Yeah, you can definitely do that too, and that's something you see in like voodoo especially. Voodoo is kind of a mix of Catholicism and pagan beliefs. But yeah, I don't know anybody who believes in a deity called Manon. But in Wicca, you can draw down the moon, which is where you basically let the goddess kind of fill you, and you act as the goddess within the circle. What are you giggling about?
Is her insurance going to cover that? It should. Special witch insurance.
There should be witch insurance. Especially for Sarah.
Right?
Having pipes burst and stuff from her magic. Uh-oh. In the 90s when everyone would call everyone man, regardless of gender. The cordless phone.
I know. I love it.
I remember when I was a teenager, I just wanted my own phone in my room.
Same. I really did too.
And a TV. And I wanted my family to have a computer. Oh shit, I almost dropped my beer. But I didn't. Reflex was like a cat.
I remember when we got our cordless phone.
I eventually got my own corded phone in my room. But
Nice.
you'd have that thing where like your brother would pick up the other line. You'd be like, God, hang up the phone!
My sister, my little sister has the same, her voice sounds the same as mine. And she would pick up the phone when people would call and pretend to be me.
What a douche.
I know, I was...
Sorry, I shouldn't call your sister a douche.
She was a total douche about it.
So, if you recall from earlier, when Sarah killed herself, the reason why is she was really depressed and she started hallucinating that there was bugs and snakes everywhere. So, Nancy is doing some psychological warfare here. Behind the scenes, this scene was really hard to pull off. These are all real snakes, real rats, real bugs. They did have a handler there to make sure that all the animals were safe and protected, which is really good. But yeah, those are real animals.
That's
and again,
crazy.
really good effect here. It's really effective. So when people shit on this movie for the two effects that maybe haven't aged as well, I do want to point out the effects in this that are really good.
Oh my god, look at all those snakes.
I love snakes so much.
I
think it's because I grew
have a
up
feeling about
in
them.
England where we had garden snakes, which they don't bite, they don't hurt you, you just play with them. We didn't have like rattlesnakes or anything that could really hurt you.
Right.
So as a kid, I was used to being in the yard or at school playing with snakes.
Just playing with them.
Yeah,
See, we
just play with
had
them.
rattlesnakes.
And then I
growing
moved
up.
here, and people were like, "Oh, you got to be scared of snakes because they can put you in the hospital." Like,
Yeah.
that was a new thing. But I think just because when I was a little kid, I had good experiences with snakes. I've always really
Definitely
liked them.
have a healthy respect for a snake.
The movie Massacre Show's here. So Rich would know because he is from Sheffield. I don't know what kind of snakes they have there, but I don't think we have too many really venomous snakes in England. At least not where I grew up, which is primarily in Suffolk.
I caught it.
That was really smooth, dude. You're so smooth.
It like tumbled and...
It's good enough for the guys you go with.
It is good enough for the
I'm
guys.
making that a thing.
Right? Oh god, I hate it so much.
I know.
I hate it so
I'm trying
much.
it though.
I just want to burn it to the ground.
This is so mean. And honestly, again, the sequel really hit on this stuff. Like, oh, it wasn't about sisterhood, but this is honest. Even today on the internet, there's people who are like, oh, so-and-so person should go drink bleach or something or kill themselves. Like, unfortunately, this kind of toxicity does exist in teenage relationships. Want to scissor me? It's a wrestling thing. Don't get weird about it. It's a wrestling thing. Scissor me, daddy ass.
Okay.
That was fun, right?
Yeah, that was really fun.
We scissored on camera.
People need to pay for that.
at our OnlyFans. Music is so good. Did you like the scissoring, Rich and Danny? That was for you guys. It's a wrestling thing, guys. It's a sign of friendship, says Rich.
Oh, okay.
The girls really enjoy doing the wire work.
I would too.
I think it'd be fun. That's fucking mean.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
She's crazy.
I feel like in this scenario, I'd probably be like the Rochelle of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's kind of the dorkier one with like the funny one-liners.
Yeah.
But that, I would be like, dude, no. No, that's too mean. I don't know.
But I mean, like, they're
I feel like
floating.
you would be
They're
like
pretty,
a Sarah.
They're pretty high on their power right now.
They really are. I like Bonnie's tights, though.
I was just gonna say that. Those are really cute.
Ben heard we were scissoring. We were scissoring up in here. Scissor me, guys. Scissor me at home. Did that get too weird?
No, it's
Like,
fine.
I invited the gory hole to scissor me?
It's pretty intense.
You're getting kind of judgy, Kayla.
I'm not. There's no judgment. I just feel like you should be paid for that.
I think I should be paid too,
Right.
but when I'm waiting till I'm old because I think that's when it's gonna be funniest. When I'm like 70, I'm gonna start sitting on cakes in like a bathing suit.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that for my
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
I love it. Listen, you can make a lot of money doing that kind of thing.
I feel like most
Don't
people
knock
want to
it.
see anybody naked, so I'm waiting until I'm old though.
I mean, it's not even naked though. Like, you don't even have to have
I
cute
just want to see
feet.
people sit on cakes, and I also want to see people sit on balloons and making them pop.
Yeah, they do that.
That's what I'm
Bob's
doing on my
Burgers
Only-
made that a thing too.
That's what I'm doing, and also United States of Terra.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not supposed to scissor Doug's wife. Sorry, Doug.
Oh, okay. Doug's getting jealous. Watch out.
Sorry. Are you still gonna be my friend?
Yes, absolutely.
He's not gonna forbid you from seeing me.
I don't give a fuck.
Fine, Doug. I'm sorry for scissoring your wife without your permission. Not that sorry. She's so mean. Like, and I do like this too. We had this moment where Sal's like, "No, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do it. You're going too far."
Mm-hmm.
And I also like how Bonnie is the one like, "I'm gonna go with you."
Yeah.
I like that those two, because honestly, when you're in a group of friends and there's like 4 girls, there's usually like a 2 and a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it's Bonnie and Rochelle. I just wish we got to see a little bit more of their world, because
I agree.
in the beginning with what they showed of their personal lives, I was really invested, and I just want that peak.
Yeah,
You know, I just want like a scene or 2.
Yeah.
You know, I love this movie. This movie, like I said, it's one of my favorite movies, but that's my only real complaint. It's because they made me fall in love with these 2 characters, and I just want a little bit more of them. That's it, Dan. Let's go sit on cakes. I feel like Danny with an eye can make money sitting on cakes. Ooh, AEW's in Ben's hometown. We're gonna have in the town I live, we're gonna have WWE in January. And they just totally left her. And that's the thing, I think when you're a teenager especially, your emotions run so hot and cold, and you have so many hormones. It's, you know, even though you might have the most intense friendship, and a lot of times that's your most intense relationships, you know. You might date somebody, but you have very intense relationships with your friends. You know, they become your second family, and at the same hand, like, those relationships can end just as quickly and dramatically as they began.
Very much so. And it's like your whole world.
Yeah,
is
like I
crashing
said, I had
down.
that same thing happen to me. My friends got me like a cool beaded curtain that was in my room. I had all these pictures up on my walls, and I came home and they were all gone, and they trashed my room.
That's so awful.
And I honestly don't even remember why. I know, basically the girl who was like the lead girl of our group didn't like me anymore, but I can't remember why. I think I just wasn't very cool.
I'm sure you were playing cool.
Not really. I know a lot of my friends were like dating and stuff, and I wasn't quite ready for that. I don't know. I don't know what it had to do with, but like I said, in high school, it's just, hormones are crazy.
Yeah. You talk to the wrong person, you ask the wrong person the wrong thing.
I might have also just done something that I didn't realize was wrong or something, but to this day, I don't really know what caused it. And they were friends together before they were friends with me. So.
Right. You were the odd man out.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have another really cool effect here. This movie's just also paced phenomenally. Like, there are no dull moments in this movie. But I think that effect's really cool.
That was really cool.
So now she has invoked Manon. I've never really had a patriarchal experience with Wicca, but you can. I mean, you can have different pantheons, is what we call them, like Egyptian pantheons or anything. I know people who worship like Ceranos or whatever. You can do whatever the hell you want. So it's not unheard of. I just don't know if I want to know. Roaches are actually very sweet creatures.
Are they?
Yeah, I have a roach farm over there. My roach motel. I raise roaches and breed them for my tarantulas. And this effect gets a lot of shit, but I think it still holds up. So
I mean, considering it's not that bad. I've seen worse.
This was 1996.
Have you seen the trailer for that movie, Bad CGI Alligator or whatever it's called? No.
I did see Cocaine Shark. This part here. Like, it doesn't look super realistic, but I don't think it looks that bad either.
It doesn't look that bad.
And I'm not going to say just because this is my favorite movie. Like, I try to be pretty fair and unbiased when I review films. I would give this 4.5. It's damn near close to perfect. It's exceptional. My biggest complaint with this movie is I just feel like Rochelle and Bonnie are done a little dirty in the second half. Mano is a fan of scissoring.
I thought somebody in the chat said Minnow was a Hindu.
Is
something.
it? Check it out.
I'm gonna. Oh, that's not how you spell it.
I like that Sarah, who is somebody who has had a lot of power, who's never really focused it, and I feel like she's never had a lot of self-worth. At this point, you can see, like, her character has had a full arc. She's finally owning her power. She's owning her worth. She belongs in this earth. She has a right to be here.
Yeah.
And that's what this part is. And I think this is an important message for anybody, male or female, as a teenager or other. Any teenager, you are valuable. You are worthy. You have the right to be here.
Yeah.
And that's what this moment is Sarah realizing she doesn't need friends to be valuable. She doesn't need to be accepted to be valuable. She's valuable because she just is.
And that was what she asked for.
Exactly. To love herself as well as others. And I don't think she's even being hateful towards Nancy, but she's recognizing that Nancy is toxic and dangerous to her life.
Yeah.
So I think, the sequel, I hated the interviews because they talked a lot about how this movie was really not about embracing, like, positive female friendships. And that's not really the point of this. It's about kind of how friendships in high school can be really highs and lows and dramatic. Volatile, perfect word. But what's really important is that you maintain your sense of self and that you know your worth.
And I think kind of too, like, what a journey knowing yourself is and loving yourself is.
Yeah,
like,
that's part of what high school is figuring out who you are. And I feel like a lot of us don't get that until our early 20s. But I think the Craft Legacy, it's nice that they had that whole sisterhood thing, but unfortunately, a lot of us, that's not the experience we had. I didn't have that. I mean, I had more of an experience like this. But I think this is a message that applies universally, you know, regardless of who you are. If you're a teenager, that you're worthy, you're valuable.
Mm-hmm.
This fight did win an MTV Movie Award, Danny. MTV Movie Awards did the best fight.
fun.
And this is one of them.
Nice.
And it won. You know, and that's the thing, too. Like, I told you about my experience, and then after that, I didn't have friends for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I actually decided I was going to, like, change my whole look, and I didn't really know how to be preppy. I did this whole, like, Hello Kitty Karopi thing.
Oh, fun, yeah.
Sanrio thing.
I feel like that's a definite, like, a normal turn from goth. Is like
I was
overly
trying.
cutesy.
Yeah, I dyed my hair red. I was just trying to
Mm-hmm.
fit in, but I didn't have any friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
In fairness, they did bounce. I love how, like, her parents would have no idea what's going on. It's so funny.
Wow.
These grapes are sour. Oh, Rochelle, you didn't! I love her dress.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, she's got control of her power now.
Oh, snap. That was a very Mean Girls moment.
Uh-huh.
It's like the bus.
We would never mean girls each other.
No,
But we're
never. Yeah, we're also not
We don't have, like,
mean
hormones.
girls.
We're not.
Yeah.
We went to college together. We weren't mean.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy.
She done lost her mind.
Girl done gone full crazy socks. I just made up crazy socks. Make it a thing. Or not. I don't care. It's like crazy pants, but smaller.
Oh, I see.
It reminds me of when my son had surgery when he was a baby. And he had morphine and it made him itch, so he scratched his face up so bad.
Oh, sad.
He's a tough little man. She is so good in this. I am so sad that movies like this get neglected for awards. Like even Golden Globes, because truly, that's a performance that sticks with you. She
Yeah.
is so... I think everyone's good in this. I love all the four main girls, but Nancy, she made that role, which could have just been like the awful mean girl, into something special.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was fun.
That was good,
That was
huh?
really fun.
So that's the credits. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it because this is the 90s before we
Yeah.
had mid or end credits.
End scene
scenes.
credits. End credits.
That's The Craft. What'd you think?
I loved it. That was really fun. That was a really great movie.
I mean, it was really good. So
It was
What is your take on it?
it was definitely different than any, like, all the preconceived notions that I had of it. I thought
What were your preconceived notions?
I was thinking it was going to be something more like another movie that I haven't seen, like something like The Crow. Or
You haven't seen
I
The
haven't
Crow?
seen The Crow, but,
God,
like,
you're breaking my 90s
something
heart.
more like,
I love The Crow.
like a lot more, like horror, like dark.
Kirby's all dressed up for which
Oh!
Oh,
Danny, will you co-host for a
Kirby.
sec? I gotta pee. Co-host.
Baby,
Kirby's.
Yeah. He's like, why? Why? You look so cute, though. Oh, buddy, you're so good. You put up with so
He
much.
does. Kirby's all witched out.
He has a whole little outfit on. You can't even see it, but he has like a little dress. Oh my god, buddy.
Oh, best dressed
He's
thing.
like, Dad, please.
Embarrassing.
Can you please?
Little witch hat.
So here we are.
He's a familiar.
He is a familiar.
Familiar
He
cat.
is a familiar. Before you ask, yes, I did wash my hands. I'm just an exceptionally fast
She's
tear.
a fastie.
He was
Kirby
Witchcraft.
actually is a familiar. I believe your familiars kind of come to you. And Kirby was an animal that my friend had. It was a kitten that just didn't get adopted. And I asked if I could borrow it for the weekend, and he connected to my son. But animals, we talked about circles earlier. Animals can go in and out of the circle. If a human goes in and out, you have to cut a door and close it behind you. But animals can go in and out. And I feel, in my experience, that animals are attracted to that. And whenever I do any kind of magic, Kirby likes to be there. So Kirby and Baraki, my dog.
Kirby, you put up with so much. To make a little biscuit.
He's a little baby cat.
Let's go make a little biscuit.
Isn't he the cutest?
He's so cute. Baby. I really liked it though. I definitely, in my mind, it was more horror, more like, I mean, it got dark, but it just was a totally different like plot and vibe than I
I feel like
imagined.
it's dark in the way that it's more of a metaphor for like when your high school friendships become toxic.
Yeah.
And so it's dark, but it's dark in that way that's real.
Yeah.
Not in like a horrific way, in like a werewolf or
Spooky.
Yeah, it feels very real. So for me, this is more of a dark fantasy film. Does Kirby inhale his food? Kirby, at his last checkup, they told me that he was the size of a butterball turkey because he was 17 pounds.
He's a butterball.
He's a little chubs. He's a big boy, though. We've been exercising him. He has lost a pound.
He's doing great.
But he is the sweetest
He's so
boy.
soft.
A lot of cats won't let you do this, but Kirby is the nicest boy ever, and he loves belly rubs.
He's so good.
He is such a gentleman.
He's
I love
happy
you.
kitty.
You want to hold him?
I do. I hold you like a baby.
He loves being held. He's such a sweetheart. He's never, recently he had a health issue, and I knew he was in trouble because he started hissing because he's never hissed in his life. He never scratches or anything, but he had crystals in his urine, so, he's on prescription food now, so he's all good.
He's all gonna be okay.
Poor baby.
He's all gonna be okay.
So you liked it.
I did.
Did you think
like,
it was scary?
There were scary parts for sure. I wouldn't call it scary. In
I think
general,
it's more
though.
scary the way you're scared of, like, falling out with your friends and stuff in high school.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, when she was like,
and they're pulling into her dark stuff. Like, she was hallucinating those spiders and snakes.
that part was
when-
scary. And when she was like raking her toes across the carpet and like going at Skeet Ulrich, that part was really scary. I liked it. I really liked it. That's a fun one. It'll be added to like our
And I
like
think
our
it
Halloween
has a lot to
rotation.
say, I think for high school kids, like, it is hard, when you go through that period, like, especially if you've fallen out with your friends, you don't have any friends. Like, that's hard. I've been there.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's a certain confidence that comes with being secure in yourself and knowing who you are and knowing what you will and will not put up with.
Yeah.
And that's where Sarah is at the end of this movie. She doesn't seem to have any friends anymore, but she knows who she is.
Yeah.
And she knows that she's worthwhile.
Mhm.
And she knows she doesn't have to put up with no shit.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And I do think it should have been PG-13.
I think so too. I think that PG-13 would have been.
I mean, honestly, let's look at some PG-13 movies. Movies that have actually scared me. This movie obviously has never scared me. I watched this movie and I was just like, yes! I want to be a witch.
Yeah.
But The Ring scared the shit out of me.
Was that PG-13?
It's PG-13.
Oh my god, that movie's so scary.
The Grudge is PG-13.
I haven't seen The Grudge.
It's scary.
What's
The Grudge made
Gremlins rated?
I think Gremlins is rated G because I think that might have been before.
That
I'm
movie
not sure.
scared the poop out of me.
But it is scary. What
It's
is
so
Gremlins
scary.
rated? What is Gremlins rated?
PG?
I think
PG.
yeah, it's PG.
That movie, I
That's right, because it's before they had PG.
had horrible nightmares after watching that movie. And to this day, like, I can remember the nightmares, and they scare me more than anything.
My brothers, because there's that scene where it comes out of the medicine cabinet with the science teacher. My brothers used to be afraid that a gremlin would pop out of the medicine cabinet or come up through the bathroom drain.
Yeah. Yeah, really scary.
Yeah, Dusty broke his toe over the grudge because he was like kind of half awake and he thought he heard that. And so he like fell out of bed and broke his toe.
That sucks.
Jaws is PG, but it's because PG-13 didn't come about. I want to say it's because of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, well, yeah. No, that was the first one, right?
I know Poltergeist and that one were the ones where they got the conversation going. Like, we need to have something in between PG and
Temple
R.
of Doom is one of the scariest movies ever. That was a scary one.
It was scary.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is kind of scary at the end.
The faces melt off.
Yeah, I mean, that part's pretty scary.
What was the first PG-13 movie? Let's look it up. Yeah. What was the first PG, not PF, PG-13 movie?
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn was the first.
Never seen it.
That one is basically the Ruskies. It's in the Cold War.
Yeah.
The Russians, people were like always afraid that the Russians would like bomb us after World War II. And so the Russians actually come to a small town and start, causing hell. And a group of teenagers stand up and they're Wolverines!
Okay.
And they fight and they get their town back.
Okay. Interesting.
It was Red Dawn, Jason the Nice One.
Yeah.
So Jason says, I love this film. Brought me back to my teenage years, and I agree with you, Gory. An incredible metaphor in the importance of self-love versus public popularity.
Yeah.
The performances all around were terrific.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think that's what is important about this. Like I said, the sequel, I actually don't hate the sequel. I just love any witch movie. I'm kind of a sucker for witch movies and werewolf movies. I love werewolf movies. Hence the reason I wrote a book about werewolves, which we'll talk about that soon. That's what you guys have been wondering where I've been taking all the time off. I've been writing a novel. Chris Hemsworth is in the remake. Oh, of Red Dawn, yes. And Josh Peck. But I am a sucker for witch movies. The sequel really focused on the power of like female friendship and stuff, and I think that's important. But honestly, I get that from Practical Magic.
Yeah, sisterhood.
Practical Magic is really about female solidarity, sisterhood, and you can relate it to brotherhood or male solidarity too. I mean, it doesn't have to be about gender.
Just having
but it is about these two sisters.
Your core, your family.
Yeah, it's about family.
Yeah, finding your safety.
And so that's what that movie is for me.
Yeah.
It's about how we can't get through these things alone and we're stronger together. But The Craft is a horror movie. It's not a comedy. It's not a movie that's supposed to give you the feel goods. It's supposed to scare you.
Yeah.
And I think it had some very honest things to say about this, how scary and how end of the world it feels when your high school relationships fall apart.
Yeah.
We have that in Mean Girls. We have that in Heathers. We have that in a lot of ways that have tackled it with comedy. This is a movie that tackles it with horror. And I think it is a movie that we needed, and it has a lot to say that was not said by other films.
Yeah.
A werewolf novel by Brandon the Beldam. Yes, it is called Pup. It is, the rough draft was finished. I'm working on the draft to make it readable. But by next year, if you would like to be a beta reader, let me know. It's something I'm working on a really long time. So hopefully people can read it.
How exciting.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
I am curious about AMC's version of Anne Rice's The Witching Hour. Jason, I've actually seen season 1 of The Mayfair Witches. It's got, what's her name? Daddario. I can't remember her first name right now, but it was actually really good. Fast and the Furious is all about family. It is Danny.
And it's also a little magical in some places.
That's what I heard. I've seen the first one, and now I heard they've gone to space.
I guess so. I stopped watching around the third one, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm so confused. I've seen parts of Tokyo Drift, which is the third one.
That's the third one.
When I watched the first one, I don't know why we're at where we are.
I don't either. I don't know how we got here.
I'm confused.
To what, 10, 11 if you count Hobbs and Shaw? There's a lot of Fast and Furious movies.
Alexandria Daddario, thank you. But I think The Craft did a lot of really important things at a time when these things were kind of rare. A lot of stuff in the 90s was extremely whitewashed. So yes, today a diverse cast is a lot more diverse than this, but having a black girl on the poster in the group as one of the main characters was a big deal in the 90s. And I'm so glad because Rochelle is such a great character.
Yeah.
She is not just the quirky, supportive best friend. She's a main character in this. And I really love her. Honestly, of that group, that's the character I feel like I relate the most to.
Yeah.
Like, she's just trying to have fun.
She's really normal. She's really down to earth. She's really funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love Rochelle in this. And also, you just didn't get a lot of female-led movies. You had a lot of movies about groups of guys. You know, we had, like, Sleepers and a lot of other movies like that. You know, we had Now and Then. We had a couple female movies, but it was rare.
Yeah.
Especially in horror. You know, you might have a movie like Waiting to Exhale or something, but we didn't have in horror, like, these movies where it was about girls.
Yeah.
So, I think it made it really special.
Yeah. I love that.
I mean, and it wasn't the first one. I mean, obviously we had Black Christmas before that, which I think is another incredible movie. But I think it did in the 90s what Black Christmas did in the 70s for showing a realistic, authentic portrait of what it is like to be a young woman.
I haven't seen Black Christmas either.
You're fucking killing
I'm
me.
sorry. I
You're-
haven't seen it.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, Ernie Hudson didn't even make the poster of Ghostbusters. Yeah, that's true. And I do love that Rachel True, who played Rochelle, was on all the posters. Unfortunately, she didn't get invited to a lot of the publicity things. She got nudged out of a lot of things, but this movie made her an icon. This movie made it to where she has made a career as a person who does tarot. She has her own tarot deck. She has been in horror noir. She has been in both horror noirs, the one that's a fictional one and the one that's a documentary. And it's all because of The Craft.
That's really neat.
If it wasn't up for The Craft, she wouldn't have been a big enough name to be a part of these things. And horror does embrace the weirdos, which is why another reason I love this movie, because it is a lot like my relationship with horror. And because of horror, she has become somebody who is celebrated and is a name. She had just done Half Baked. I don't think she'd be somebody a lot of people would remember.
No, because I've seen Half Baked probably like 3
Never seen
times, and I don't even really remember her that
She was
much.
somebody's girlfriend in it. That's really the only other thing she's done.
Yeah.
But because of The Craft, she does have a career today. So, yes, it was baby steps, but they were really important baby steps.
Yeah.
You know, just like how our baby steps are what teach us how to walk. You know, and from there we can run.
You can't get anywhere without those baby steps.
Exactly. These are very, very important baby steps.
Yeah.
I also love that even the shitty characters in this, you know, Nancy's an asshole.
Yeah.
Nancy's a train wreck, but I feel like we still sympathize with her. We still understand where she's coming from. Like, the characterization in this is really good.
Yeah, I agree. She's got it rough, and she gets a taste of power and sees that, like, it doesn't, like, you know, it isn't rough for her for a minute. And so she takes it and she runs with it and she abuses her power. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. I thought it was a really good movie.
I love it. How many stars would you give it?
Out of what?
5?
Out of 5?
10? Whatever you want. I don't care.
So we use IMDb
I tend to do
at
5.
my house a lot.
Do 10
so
then.
let's do it
Okay.
out of 10. I'll give it like, or can I do a half score?
I don't care.
I'm gonna give it like a 7.7.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I tend to do out of 5. I would give it 4.5. Just my honestly only complaint about this movie is I do really love Rochelle and Bonnie because I feel like Sarah is too good.
Yeah.
Nancy is too bad.
Yeah.
Rochelle and Bonnie are kind of the more relatable characters, and I really wanted to see like what's going on with their home lives.
Yeah.
What's going on at school with just them.
Yeah.
And I feel like we didn't get that. And I understand the action's ramping up and stuff. In the 90s, there was a pressure to make movies a certain length. But for me, that's the only reason why I would deduct that half a star. I don't give a crap about some of the CGI and stuff.
Yeah.
But because it was set up, I wanted kind of a conclusion to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then, you know, also, you know, it's pretty damn close, but I still don't think we've gotten too many, like, perfect witch movies.
Yeah.
So I would go 4.5. So I guess if it was on a 10-star thing, that would be 9 out of 10. What? Gory's back? Hey, Patrick! Gory's trying to be back. I'm trying to have more streams. We just did a watch party for The Craft, which is one of my favorite movies. We're here with Kayla. Kayla and I have been every month doing Bloody Book Club. But I want to do, I think, more hangout streams with you guys where we just talk, because I think I've been thinking about a lot. We're going to get personal.
That's okay. Do
I've been
it.
thinking a lot about my values and things and why YouTube is important to me. And a big part of that, honestly, I have YouTube for the social part of it. And you can't have that. You can't interact with all these amazing people unless you're contributing.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important to me to contribute, to have streams, to have videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to balance that with also, family life and writing a book, which is also very important to me.
Yeah.
I'm not good at juggling, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, you'll get there. Yeah. And I mean, even with juggling, some balls get dropped. And you kind of have to be okay with it. Maybe you can only juggle 2 balls at a time.
I just
Maybe
don't have
you
any.
can juggle 4, and then that 5th one is just like it's got to find its place. And
At
sometimes
first,
that
I
place is the
realized
4.
that what was important to me was writing a book, and so I kind of backburnered the YouTube channel. But then I realized, wow, I don't have much of a social life because a lot of my friends are on YouTube. So it is very important to me, but not because I want to have a big channel, or I certainly don't want to. Like that part's not important to me. It's more just I like really interacting with these people, and I miss these people.
All your friends. Love it.
And they're becoming your friends too. I feel like you
my
need
friends.
social media because every time we do a stream, people are like, what's Kayla's Insta or her Twitter?
I'm trying to be a little more active on Insta. It's just easier for me. I don't know. I like being on Instagram more, but I don't know my username.
What is your username?
I don't know. It's at _. No, yeah.
What is it?
Underscore.
There's an underscore first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the only way I could get it.
I.already did and then another underscore. Okay, this is Kayla on Twitter.
No, Instagram.
I hear you guys are juggling balls. You know it.
Yeah. Doug knows kind of how to juggle.
I know how to juggle.
Do you? I do not know how to juggle.
Also, Becky knows how to. Oh, dude, Vampire's happy. Yeah, we're gonna do more streams. A lot of the streams I was doing were taking up a lot of work. So I want to do more just like hangout streams and ones where we just hang out and chill and that kind of thing. I was doing a lot of the movie-based ones, which required a lot of research, and I'd rather put that time into making videos and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we do the book club every month.
Our next one is episode 13.
Have you started?
No.
I'm
I have to
literally like
finish.
3 pages in. So
I'm reading this book called Black River Orchard, which is really long.
Okay.
An audiobook. I need to finish that, and then I'm reading part 2 of the Kendar Blake Buffy the Vampire series. I'm over halfway through with that,
Okay.
so I
You
think
can
when I
bust that
finish
out.
those, I think it'll be a pretty quick read though.
I'm also pretty close to being done,
Brandon sent you a friend request on Goodreads,
Oh,
which by the way you can
yes.
follow her on Goodreads.
and I think I accepted it. I am like this close to being done with that Hideous Strength, and I'm like in it now. Things are getting really like cool and
the
interesting.
C.S. Lewis book.
The C.S. Lewis book, the 3rd one. Merlin is involved. Merlin just showed
Okay.
up, and he's kind of an asshole, but it's really fun. Unicycle? I've never seen that.
I don't know
happen.
what he's talking. Oh, Yo-Yo. Okay, Doug knows how to use
Well,
it.
he used to be in the circus when he was like.
That's how
little.
Becky knows the stuff because Becky was in
Yeah.
circus. She was like a fire eater.
I don't know, not me. But anyways, yeah. If you can, you can do your own movie streams if you ever want me around.
I mostly know how
funny.
to do stuff because I had little brothers. Like I can put my eyelids inside out and stuff.
Ew.
I can armpit part.
Gross. Oh, I've always wanted to know how to do that.
I'll teach you off
Okay.
camera.
Yeah, off camera. Doing that in front of
When
people.
you have little brothers, you learn
Yeah.
how to do this shit to be cool.
I never did. And sisters.
I had brothers.
They would tickle you till you peed sometimes, but
That's scary.
not like farts or anything like that.
Do you want to do some more watch parties?
Yeah, I'd love to.
You haven't seen so many movies, and I'm so scared.
There's a
sad.
lot. And there's a lot of movies that I've seen like one time.
That's the thing. A lot of movies, I've had this experience. I call it the Quirky Romano effect, just because I watched Quirky Romano when I was really drunk. I thought it was the best thing ever. I
Yeah.
bought it on DVD, and I watched it again. I was like, oh my god, this is shit. But probably the most harmful experience was Supergirl. Was my favorite movie as a child.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. I
Yeah.
rented it all the time. Watched it all the time. Obviously, the first time I saw it on DVD for $3 at Kmart, I bought it and I watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is garbage."
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I love it in like a so bad it's good way.
Yeah.
But it is fun to revisit things that you loved as a child, and sometimes it brings back so much nostalgia and love, like something like Labyrinth for me.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Labyrinth is like that in some places, and like Willow is one that I do a lot. Who played the best Merlin?
Who played the best Merlin? Didn't Sam Neill play Merlin in the Merlin series? Let's go with that.
I don't know. I wish that this C.S. Lewis book would be made into a series. Even if it was like a crappy BBC series.
I like Merlin from Sword in the Stone, but I don't know who did the voice.
Oh, I don't know either. He is fun.
I can tie a cherry stem with my hands. Good job, Danny. Are you ladies going to see Thanksgiving and It's a Wonderful Knife? I haven't heard if It's a Wonderful Knife. I will look up at the trailer. I am going to see Thanksgiving for sure.
That one does look fun.
Zoinks! I prefer Superman to the first Superman. Supergirl to the first. You know what I'm saying. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do a poll. What should the next watch party be? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I've told you about a lot of movies, dude.
I only wrote down like one.
Empire Records is a big one. Heather's is a huge... Okay, do you want to hear
Heathers.
some plots?
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you with some plots.
Okay.
Guys, if you have any you want her to see, she hasn't seen some movies.
Shout some out.
Okay, so Empire Records, it's a comedy.
Okay.
It's about like 20-somethings who work at a record store.
Okay.
And it's independent. It's not a chain.
Okay.
But a chain is going to buy it out.
Who's in it?
Liv Tyler's in it. Renee Zellweger's in it.
Okay.
Robin Tunney is in it.
Okay.
And they need to earn enough money and time in order to buy their store so that they don't get taken over by a
Kind of
Town.
dodgeball-y.
Hello, darling.
Kinda.
Like the movie
Yeah.
Dodgeball, yeah. Okay.
And congratulations, Jason, for being a member for 5 months of the B Movie Coven.
Ooh.
Voyage of the Demeter.
I watched that. That was a great movie.
I did see that. That was very good.
Okay.
So there's that.
Heather's.
Heather's is really good.
Okay.
So Heather's is about this group of 4 girls. It's kind of like Mean Girls, but it's before Mean Girls. These 4 girls are the most popular girls in school, and they're all named fucking Heather, except for Veronica.
Okay.
She's a Veronica.
Okay.
She's played by Winona Ryder.
Okay.
And she doesn't really like having to deal with all the crap of being popular.
Yeah.
But she wants to fit in.
Yeah.
And she admits to this hot new boy at school, Christian Slater, that she doesn't really like her friends and all the popular bullshit.
Christian Slater.
He's so hot in this.
This is my vote.
And she basically confesses to him that she kind of wishes they just were not around. And he's like, hey, wouldn't it be so cool if we like killed them and made it look like a suicide? And the funny part about it is because they were the popular girls, like it does happen, and then suicide becomes like a trend.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh yeah. And the worst part about it too is everyone forgets like what a douchebag Heather was, and they start talking about how sweet and deep and stuff she was. Like,
Okay.
it has a lot to say.
Okay.
So Heather's, we're putting that on there.
Yes. Empire Records we could watch too.
Have you seen Return to Oz?
I haven't seen Return. Well, I have, but
Have
it's
you
been
seen
a
The
long-
Crow?
I haven't seen The Crow,
Okay, you're fucking killing me.
and I haven't seen The Grudge. And I don't think Doug wants to watch The Grudge with me.
Okay, so The Crow is really, 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 really good.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's very 90s, but it's so good.
I'm down for
So
90s.
there's this guy, Eric Draven, who really, like, lives in a shitty part of New York City.
Okay.
And has a girlfriend, and he's proposed to her, and they're kind of friends with this little scrappy girl who plays on her skateboard, and her mom's never there for her, and they kind of like adopt her, and they have this cat, and they're unhappy with the conditions in their building, so they complain, and then on Hell's Night, which is the night before Halloween, when people like light a lot of fires and stuff, they come and they beat her boyfriend to death, and they rape and kill her. Well, he comes back, because apparently when something so awful happens, like a huge injustice, a crow will bring a person back from the dead to make the wrong things right. So he gets to be alive for one day, but his powers are tied to this crow. But he can see everything the crow sees.
Oh, that's cool.
So he gets to basically enact his revenge on the guys who killed him and his fiance.
Okay.
It's really, really good.
Okay. Add that
It's so
one to the poll.
The Crow.
Crow.
Is there any other really big ones that you feel like you're missing out on?
The only other one that I
You've seen
ever really
Practical
think
Magic.
is The Grudge.
Have you seen Juwan?
No.
Killing me. Have you seen The Ring?
Yes, I've seen The Ring.
Okay.
I actually saw The Ring in movie theater.
Me too.
Yeah, that was really fun. I feel like he can't move with this little dress on. I'm gonna help you out.
Have you
buddy.
seen Critters?
Yeah, it's one of Doug's favorites.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I'm gonna help you, buddy. There we go. Look at that. You feel better?
Oh, you're so nice.
Yeah.
So we have a comedy, horror. We need another cat movie. Okay, a cat. Have you seen Uninvited?
No. That's that one.
That is Uninvited.
Yeah,
It
okay.
is my comfort
Toss
movie.
that one up there.
It's a cat that pukes up a smaller cat. It's so great. So this cat, his name's Lot something or other. I never can remember the numbers, but he probably was a stray. He's taken for animal testing.
Okay.
And what they've done to this cat is really fucked up. Well, the cat escapes the animal testing facility, and it's really sad because the cat obviously didn't ask for that shit. And there's these two girls on summer break or spring break, and they find the cat, and they get kind of seduced by this rich guy who's a mobster and owns a yacht.
So fun.
And I mean, they're not really into him, but they find a way to basically say, hey, you know, we can be on your yacht. And they show up with two guys and a cat. And he's like, I don't want fucking two dudes because I'm trying to bone you girls. And I don't want a cat. But they basically say that they're going to also do double duty as helping run the ship, like cleaning and all that stuff too. And he's really kind of distracted with mob duties, so they bring this cat on. If this cat eats any of your food or touches it, that food is contaminated and you will die.
Okay.
When the cat feels threatened, it throws up this tiny mini mutant cat that will bite you, and you will die.
Okay.
So it's really scary, and they're stuck at sea with this boat that's not running with this cat that pukes up a small mini cat. And it's so good.
Okay.
So good.
Okay. Add it to the list.
Jason the Nice One says, I recently had a watch party of Evil Dead 2, which I'd never seen. Thought of you, and that was my new favorite Evil Dead movie. That's Danny's favorite movie of all time. It's very good. The Never Ending Story.
That's a great movie.
If you've seen the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, you've seen the crappy remake of The Crow. So we're going to add Uninvited. I love this movie so much. It is my comfort movie. I don't think I spelled that right. Invited.
There you go.
Okay. So we're going to do a poll, and then we'll just let them pick, right?
Yeah.
So we need at least 10 votes to make it good.
Yeah.
So vote.
Vote.
What are you
And
hoping for?
Go. Heather's, I think.
You can vote on your phone.
Okay, I can't I? I'm a vote.
You've seen Killer Clowns, right?
Okay, yes. I hated it.
You hated
I
it?
hated it. We turned it off. So I remember watching it when I was young, like really, really young. It was like on TV all the time. And I was terrified of clowns. I had a very big, I hate
mimes. I get you, girl.
Most people my age have a fear of clowns. I think it really did a number on us.
I'm not afraid of clowns, but I hate mimes.
I don't mind mimes. Their powers are limited.
Fuck that. They're stupid not talking and the Frenchness and the boxes. Fuck that shit.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, in particular, like when I would see it on TV, really scared me. It's very upsetting. But we watched it the other night. We put it on, and I was really bored. The clowns themselves are really scary. So we also watch Ernest Scared Stupid a lot.
That's the same clown.
I know, and I love Ernest Scared Stupid, but didn't really like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You know another movie we tried to watch? Terrifier 2.
You didn't like that?
Didn't like that one.
Have you seen Elvira, Mistress of the Dark?
No.
It's so good.
I have to vote.
She's a she's a witch in that.
Okay.
Clowns are fun. So far, we have 5 votes. We need at least 10, guys. We have 20% for Heather's, 20% for Empire Records, and
60%
for Uninvited, which is so
I really
good.
just want to hang out with Christian Slater.
We can, if you get enough votes.
Vote for
Tell
Heather's.
your husband to vote for it.
Doug, vote for Heather's.
He has to do it.
See, Brandon, he wasn't scared
Could
of
you
clowns
pop out
either.
the poll again? I accidentally closed it.
We don't know how to do it. How do you do it?
You want me to end it and restart it?
I don't know. Can you click it? Does that do anything? No.
I can end it and restart it. I don't know how to pop it out again.
Maybe if you close the video and then pop back in, you can vote on it.
I would say, yeah.
Not you, but
Patrick or Jason, try leaving and coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We need more votes. Should I vote for something? I don't have my phone with me.
I mean, what do you want to watch?
I don't care.
We do need more orange and white cats. Now that he can move freely, he had to go.
Isn't he cute?
He's so cute.
My phone's dead. I haven't charged it for like 2 days. Danny, we can watch stuff on Amazon. We don't need stuff that's free on YouTube. I mean, we can. I like popcorn.
It is good.
We have so much in common.
You like popcorn?
We should have an OnlyFans where we sit on cakes.
Okay.
Okay, so now Heather's Empire Records and The Crow are tied, and Uninvited has more votes.
Well, it seems like we're gonna have to watch Uninvited.
It's so good.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm excited for it.
We need 10 votes. I told you the rules.
Oculus. That was a good movie, actually. Doug and I saw
It was
Oculus
really good.
in the theater.
There, we helped Jason. We did tech support.
You're welcome.
I don't know if even 6 people are watching, or 10 people were watching.
Well, shit.
We can narrow it down.
Let's just watch Uninvited. That's the clear winner.
We can narrow it between Heather's and Uninvited.
No, it's okay.
What if you don't want to see Uninvited?
I do want to see Uninvited. I just want to watch Heather's more.
You can watch Heather's.
I can watch Heather's.
No, rubbing popcorn in my mouth.
I can wait. Too.
Oh no, look! The Crow got another vote!
Whoop,
Oh no, it changed! Oh my gosh, it's changing so much! That was intense. This is so intense. Ah! It's changing so much! 8 votes.
2 more votes.
This is really
more.
exciting. This is why people watch
See, look,
sports.
tied. They're tied now.
So we can always do another one of Heather's and Uninvited.
Yeah, we can plan 2.
If the next one isn't a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at this, too.
Whoa! God. Oh, yeah.
happening?
Okay. I don't know, but
We got 10 votes.
We
So
got 10
Heather's.
votes, Heather's.
Wow, how'd that happen?
I don't know. The gods, Manon, what
Manon?
was his name?
Manon?
He smiled upon me.
Wait, now it's tied.
Oh, shit. Only cakes.
Danny, the cake idea was always my idea. I've never seen The Uninvited. Jason! It's just Uninvited, though. Not That Uninvited. That's a different movie about ghosts. I love that movie so much. It's so cheesy and kind of awful, but god damn, I love it.
Well, we might be tied.
Should I do another one with just those 2? Oh no, I dropped popcorn on my boobs.
Sure, yeah. Do another one with just those 2.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then I gotta go home and go to bed.
fine, whatever. I thought you liked hanging out with me.
I
and we
do
were
want to
having
hang
fun.
out with you. I have to work in the morning.
So do I. Okay, that's good, right?
Yep.
And then we do Heather's.
Mhm.
And then we do Uninvited.
Yeah.
How's that? And actually, after this, I'm going to make my family brownies.
Oh, nice.
I promised this. I didn't make dinner today.
Yeah.
So what's your next? Are you going to vote again?
Yeah.
I can't vote.
Boop.
This is going to be so intense. I don't even know what I want to win. 4 votes! The Crow did get plucked because Heather's and Uninvited had the most votes. I have been spending the summer watching movies I've never seen. I'm almost done with the Saw franchise. That's cool. I even trying to watch a movie from every country in the world. That's been kind of my goal this year. So I get that. I like to try and watch new movies. This is neck and neck.
Yeah, it is.
Ah.
We went to see Saw 10.
I liked it.
I hated it.
Why?
I also hate those movies. Like,
Why?
because when I watch a scary movie, I want to be, like, not at risk of being involved, right? But with Saw, the way that he is, you do one little thing wrong, and he's going to find a reason why you should be in his torture chamber. So, like, I could easily end up
Anybody could
in a puzzle, right? So I don't like that. But also, I felt like that movie really was trying real hard to, like, get us on his side. Like, barely even making you remember that he's, like, chopping people's heads off for no reason.
It succeeded where, like, Don't Breathe 2 failed. Because Don't Breathe 2, like, impregnated people with a turkey baster. Like, he's a disgusting person.
Gross.
And that movie's really trying to make you sympathize with him, and I just don't think it worked.
Yeah.
But I think Saw X did work.
I mean, that's why I didn't like it.
Like, I think he's fucking crazy, and I don't agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that he believes he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Well, where'd my straw go? Oh, that's right. Put it in here. It's just a hole.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Uninvited is winning.
Yeah, it is. I think that's gonna be the
Do you
one.
not like Uninvited?
I told you I do. I'm okay with it.
I've never seen it. You don't know.
I've never seen
I
it.
feel like you're going to hate it.
I'll probably love it.
Oh,
But
you're going to hate it.
I just have a soft spot in my heart for Christian Slater.
But do you have a soft spot for orange cats?
I do. It's especially so.
Hi, baby. Isn't he the cutest?
He's so cute. He's so good.
Oh, guess who molted since you were last here?
Hmm.
Pennywise, my spider.
Ooh.
So I have a lot of spiders in here. Should we start off some spiders?
Sure.
So, unfortunately, Pennywise isn't out. But this is one of my 5 jumping spiders, Pennywise, which you can't see him. But you can see Cuddles. I think, who's out? You can kind of see Peaches. So, Peaches is up here. Or, I don't know. If I can pick this up gently.
Oh my goodness.
There is Cuddles, the tarantula.
So cute.
She is so cute. She's fluffy. Not drop her. Anyway, Pennywise molted, so he's bigger now.
Yeah.
All right, so they have Cheetah says orange and white cats rule over Slater. We should double feature these films. Is it going to be like the new Barbenheimer?
Heather. Heather. I don't know.
And Heathers?
I don't know. Well, right now, Heather's wins. So.
All right, we have 10 votes, so call it. Yes?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do Heathers.
Wow!
When do you want to watch them? And Danny's on fire.
Let me open up my calendar.
The best movie that has both David Arquette and Rose McGowan is Scream. Duh.
Well, we could do whenever.
I don't know. We can pick a date after
Okay.
our show.
Okay.
All right. So we watched The Craft.
Yeah,
We enjoyed it.
we enjoyed it. 7.7 is what I give it. It was
It's
fun.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's an amazing movie. I think it's really good. Orange Heathers.
Orange Heathers.
That's what Cheetah says.
Yeah.
So our next one we're going to be watching as a group will be Heathers. So it'll be sometime in December is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
After our next book club one, which again, they are the first Thursday of every month. I hope you watch because, you know, we want more people to read the books with us and check it out.
Yeah.
So probably sometime in December.
Sounds good.
All right.
We'll make it work.
Final thoughts on The Craft or anything?
No, I really liked it. It was very empowering. It was very motivating. I liked it.
How do you feel about its accuracy as far as like witchcraft goes?
For my personal experience, I think it was a little more on the extreme side of things. Obviously, it's a fictional movie, but I think it did a really good job at capturing the essence of witchcraft. Like,
I think there are a few more that are a little more accurate. The Love Witch is one. Pyewacket is one. Practical Magic is pretty good, but you know the second half gets into some of that like Jedi stuff.
yeah, it sure does. Yeah, I think it really captured the be careful what you wish for kind of a thing, and like the what you put out comes back to you, and I think it captured that part really well.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys will join us on December 7th.
Yep.
We're going to be reading, we're going to be talking about the book,
Episode 13.
Episode 13, thank you, by Craig DeLuey, who is a fantastic author. I haven't even started reading it yet, but I will read it before then.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the book. It's going to be awesome. It's really cool, guys. It's like kind of a found footage-y thing. Like,
So I have started reading it, and the way that it's written so far is kind of the way that like Dracula is, where it's like a blog post and then an article and then like kind of different media pieces,
very
putting it
cool.
together. Yeah, it's neat.
So hopefully you'll join us. You'll find links in the description below to where you'll find us on Goodreads, where we have our book club.
Yeah.
And if there's anything else you guys want video-wise or whatever, I'm kind of trying to come up with what I want my first video on my, like, when I start making videos again to be. So if you want, like, a real versus real idea or a review or something, I don't know. Let me know. I'm toying with ideas, so let me know.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yay!
Here we are.
All right. Jedi, witch, same thing. Tomato. This is true, Danny.
Yeah.
This is true. Alrighty.
Okay.
Do. All right.
All right.
Well, this has been fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I had so much fun hanging out with you guys. A lot of people I've missed, like Jason and Brandon and Jamie and Patrick. All of you guys. I've really missed hanging out with you guys, which is, for me, the joy of doing these streams. So, Ariel, just so many of you guys. Cal-El. I'm missing tons of names, but it's been really fun hanging out with you guys. I want to do more streams so we can hang out more. Yeah. But until we meet again.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.